Hi, chat. How are you? Oh, excellent. Guys, I've been panic teaching Kobold about K-pop because he accidentally tagged fucking New Jeans in his tweet. Oh wait, are you muted?
You should be able to hear me now. My bad.
There we go.
Let me mute the other camera here. There we go. Forgot to switch. Hi chat. Hi Blister. Hi Gran. Hi Plague Bunny. Hi Tegu. Hi Backrooms. Hi Chris.
Quiet Bold. Hi, Chris. Hello, everybody.
So
New
I
Jeans
made a
is
mistake.
K-pop band, a very famous K-pop band.
I made a
They
mistake.
Did a fucking song called Super Shy, and Kobold.
I like the song.
Tagged them.
I didn't know before about 2 minutes ago that New Jeans was a K-pop band, and I apologize. I might have tagged them because I was thinking pants.
And I had to explain to Kobold, listen, if you're gonna tag anything on your Twitter, you need to make sure that you check with me first, because I
Listen,
can check.
there's a snow cone, there's a fucking ice cream cone Pokemon now. How am I supposed to know what is what these days? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh god, you're gonna get doxxed by K-pop fans?
No, because I actually
likes New Jeans.
I like the band. Farley showed it, and the songs are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, okay? So I'm not the bad guy. I kind of like them. This was not what I intended. I'm sorry.
How many times do I have to teach you, old man?
At least once. At least once.
It's gonna be more than once.
Oops. My bad.
Listen, if you're planning on putting a brand new tag, just tell me so I can check it first to make sure it's not something horrible.
I
or
thought it
something
sounded
that's
good.
crude,
What do you...
Or
Chat, we're all... This is already a dumpster fire, and we haven't even started.
I mean, you should be okay. You did like their song, so that's good. You don't know anything else about them, but that's okay. Oh, you're trying to do your training arc again, eh? You working on Blender again, Blister? I believe in you. You got this.
Okay. Let's talk these pants. Let's talk these pants.
Yeah, you want to talk them through all the stuff that you did this week?
I didn't do... Okay, I didn't do a whole lot. I did put it in the description what I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. There's still quite a bit left to do. So, what I've done this weekend... I'll bring them over. I have cut all the pieces out. I did do that, because that's boring. I did this one line of stitching here, which is for the... This is the upper back. This is the butt, I think. Or maybe the front. I don't know. And then this is the thing that I did
Let's talk about what goes on down below.
let's talk about the buttered sausage. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Okay, so this is the only thing that I did that was quite a bit. So on this, I have done the crotch seam and the fly. And I'll tell you why. Right? I'm not jumping ahead because I also did one pocket because I had to figure it out. I'll tell you why. Because let me just very briefly read to you these instructions, and you tell me if this makes sense to you. Step 1. On left front, make a shortcut from the bottom of the fly to the small dot. Okay, so far. Fold the fly under along the dotted line and tack in place. Okay. So far, not too bad. Tack the right fly facing to the wrong side of the right front, sew around the curved edge with the whip stitch to the right front while holding the right fly facing.
Okay.
What the fuck did I just read?
it's telling you how to do it.
That's step 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe if I read step 4, it'll make some sense. With right sides together, sew front right and front left together from crotch to small dot.
See, the problem is you don't know about regular sewing.
No, sewing
only
patterns
know
confuse
about-
the shit out of me, but I'm like, what? With right sides together, sew the backs together from crotch to top of waist. That makes
Yeah,
a
that
little
makes
bit of
sense.
sense. Pockets. With right sides of 2 pockets together, sew around stitch from small dot to small square to top edge down around the long curved notch edge to the small dot on the side.
Okay. You know, this is how I felt when I had to read you back the instructions that you told me the other
Yeah,
day.
but I
actually
didn't write
understand-
these instructions!
Yeah, but I actually understand these, so... Skill
So,
issue?
chat,
No, I'm kidding.
do you understand now why I did just as small amount as I've done? Because I had someone, a seamstress, Mama Kobold, that was in here trying to decipher this shit. Even she was confused, by the way. We were in here for what, 4 or 5 hours figuring this shit out, and all I got done was like 3 seam lines.
Yeah,
Hello, E-Black.
but you took a while to size it and make sure that it was all where you wanted it to be.
We just cut it at the biggest size, so apparently my waist size, my natural waist size, which is not at your hips, like regular pants, is a 42, and I feel like a lard ass, and it makes me real upset.
It's because your hips are smaller than... That's normal. Like, the fact that there is a size discrepancy is very normal.
Also, this pattern is calling for things that I can't do. Like, it wants me to machine stitch everything, which, if I had a leather sewing machine, sure, I guess I could. But I'm having to... And not only that, the pattern, it calls for a material that is impossible. It's not possible to get the cut size that they think it is, so I'm having to kind of wing it. So that I'm not following the pattern 100%. I just can't. It's very difficult to get it to work. But barring that, right? I'm not using a quote unquote like leather material. I'm using actual buckskin. Granted, it calls for like leather
And it was
material.
not the size.
And it was the incorrect size. It said to use 2 pieces approximately 36 by 48 inches each. So it wants 2 yards, it wants 6 yards essentially of light leather material at a 48 inch bias.
What is the brand name? What brand made this pattern? This pattern is from the 70s.
This pattern's from the 70s. I had to buy... It doesn't exist anymore. I also bought another 70s pattern that we're going to have to decipher as well. And I mentioned it on stream. If I have it... I think I have it sitting here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm an asshole and I don't have it here. The jacket, yes. It's the Easy Rider coat. I don't know where I put it. That's concerning. That pattern, here it is. My Easy Rider pattern.
You know what? Just go back to the jacket. Or just go back to the backpack. Gran said, I could do this, and if I was in person, I could help you out. But talking it out without physical explanation is not how I teach.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I'm used to leather patterns which are significantly different than this.
Gran said, can you give me the pattern code if you have it? I can check it on
It's
and see if anyone
Eagle, the pattern company doesn't exist. I don't think it exists anymore, but the pattern company is Eagle Views Patterns. And it is pattern number PM/70.
Eagle's View, right?
Eagle's View. Apostrophe S. There is no modern tips. I've looked everywhere. No one has made this pattern ever, apparently.
Yeah.
And recorded it.
A lot of trouble.
I've had this pattern now for a few months, and I've been trying to do research.
And waiting on materials.
And that. But no one. I mean, I could find the pattern. There's a whole bunch of them available, and I think they, like...
Here, I'll send one on,
it's just real hard to figure out. So, I'm going to do the other pocket, since I already know how to do that one. And then we'll move on to the next step, which...
Yeah.
What's interesting about these pockets is, if you're going to go ahead and use them, right? That's a very small pocket, right? At the tip, you can't get your hand in there, really? Well, I can't. I have a big hand. So they said leave this portion open and folded down so that your hand fits in it. I guess. I don't know. It's unique. Have you checked if Tandy has a forum? They don't have a forum for this. They do for this company, for the vest, which I also have the pattern for, which I found.
Yeah.
From Tandy.
But when it comes to people actually doing it, we haven't been able to find anything on it.
Yeah, I can't find anything on the forums about this. Apparently people just don't. I don't know that anyone's ever made this pattern. Maybe they have.
Well, and with mountain men, they normally don't actually...
Nobody records anything. Nobody even knows what a mountain man is, apparently. It's a dead thing.
I'm already on the 5th page of Google, and I'm not finding anything for people actually doing it. Oh, it only had 5 results. 5 pages of results.
When Google only has 5 results, you know there's a fucking problem.
Yeah, Kobold's got a problem. It's a Tandy leather pattern now. Might have to make a Reddit post with your questions. Yeah, I don't know. Kobold is a little frustrated with it. Nothing is dead, just undocumented. Yeah, true.
That's just like me. No, I'm kidding.
Just like that fucking shirt pattern I had that just said, cut the whole rest of the shirt. We're not gonna give you any pieces for it. No actual pattern for it.
Good luck!
Just cut the shirt. We'll give you 2 sleeves, but you have to cut the rest of the shirt with no pattern.
I've decided that I'm gonna find that pattern piece and mark this side, because this side... I was running out of material and this side got kind of shafted a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of a wonky pocket. It's okay, this will be my left pocket. I don't use my left pocket that much.
Oh, sorry, Tegu, am I quiet?
Probably.
I guess you are loud.
I'm loud? My bad. I can turn myself down.
Maybe.
Said you don't want to hear me chat? I understand.
No. I just think when you get excited about things, you get quite loud, and then you overpower everything else.
I can't help that.
And it's not like I can just lean closer to my microphone because I'm sitting right in front of it. Kobold? Loud? Is grass green? Is the butt buttered?
God damn it.
Kobold has a powerful voice.
I do not need a microphone. My voice is fucking powerful. That's all you get.
You're silly. Is this any better? I think I fucked around with my thing a bit yesterday. Hold on. Oops. It should be where it needs to be. I don't know. Kobold karaoke.
That's all you get.
Was that the Bee Gees just now? That was great. It said Plague.
Sure. It was
No,
closer
it was
to Flint and
Tenacious D.
Steel, but
I would hold Kobold gently like hamburger. Thanks, Chris. like when you do the thing with the dog's face and you just kind of squish it at the sides and they've got little snouts sticking through. Burger. And said, well, I did try to find it using all the tricks I know, but the closest I found was a review of the animal skin hat. Yeah, I don't think anybody has actually written any reviews of this pattern. And I don't know if it's just because it was most of the people that made it were from back in the 70s.
I think it's because
The way
most
you
of the
would hold
people
a
that
tortoise,
made
yeah.
this pattern are dead. Okay. Okay, so I gotta go round the corner to that point. And, there we go.
Welcome in, Chrissy.
Hello! Welcome.
Stream never started for you. You had to refresh. Well,
Oh!
I'm glad that you're here. I don't believe we've seen you before. But hello to you. How hyper-specific is your choice? Yes. Exactly. Oh, wait. I do know you, Chrissy. How you doing, fucker? Took me a minute. I got you. I understand.
Gunter Stant.
Yeah, Kobold couldn't figure out any jokes for pants before
I
streaming.
couldn't find anything. I'm sorry, okay?
He
You
wanted
get
to
nothing.
write Who shit my pants, and I was just like, I don't think you should put that.
Which one of you shit my pants? I didn't think that was
said
going to
he
be very
should've put
funny.
butter my buns.
I did that last stream.
Yeah, well, you had to sit through it for 13 hours. You might as well use it.
I don't want to milk buttered buns. Thank you very much.
Well, no, it will butter my butt. There was no buns. Chat, I wrote many much notes today. I only had one class today. I mean, technically so my math course, it doesn't happen on Tuesdays. And my writing course, my teacher called out again, and I had read the thing last night about it. And so I just wrote her an email before class had even started this morning and sent that in, and then I got to stay home until like 8:30 since my one class didn't start until 9. I had a
Don't get
very
used to that.
short school day today. Well, I don't know. Maybe. My Tuesdays might just be easy. And I already finished all of my math work, so I don't have any homework or anything to do. And I took 2 whole pages of notes for my medical technology course. Can I steal the college's Wi-Fi? Technically, yes. But that requires me to be away from my computer. Which is not ideal.
One of these days I'm going to figure out what they're saying in the background.
Oh, in this song?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically I could steal the Wi-Fi from the school. Take a bit of it. Something, something butter is what Blister said. Something, something biscuit.
What about a Limp Bizkit?
Biscuit. That's a much better size. I am doing a little bit of Sims 3 on the side because I want something to do with my brain since I'm like over brainaged because of college. I have like I keep like checking my online school thing every.
I don't know.
What the fuck is that? Did a jet take off?
I
Are
don't.
you okay?
I think it's my neighbor's motorcycle.
That was so loud.
Listen, he doesn't complain when I do shit outside, so I don't complain when he does shit outside. Okay.
I got very concerned. I thought like
It's
fire
not a
started
healthy
or something. It was
relationship.
So loud.
But we don't call the cops on each other. That's all that matters.
Lenny said, "That's gonna stay with you forever, Kobold. You shouldn't have said anything because I didn't even notice the guy." Yeah, same. He really did that to himself, didn't he?
What?
Float plane just taking off over Cope's home.
What, you mean the guy in the video?
In
Speaking?
Red Dead.
Oh. I'm sorry, it was annoying.
Yeah, but you brought it upon yourself. Now
Would you
everybody-
rather it be that or the guy who shit his pants? The old man who shit his pants?
I mean, you murdered him like 3 times, so...
Because he won't leave the goddamn card table.
Listen, we've already agreed on this. He is stuck to the chair.
Too much shit.
Yeah. It's like glue at this point. At least Butter Guy was well lubed up so he didn't get stuck to the chair. He was just walking around.
Please don't say that.
Butter Guy will forever go to... Sorry. It took you a minute. The old man who shits his pants. What an honorable title. Yeah. He was an asshole. Butter Guy literally couldn't sit in a chair if he tried. He's like that one greased up guy from Family Guy.
Greased up deaf guy?
Yeah.
The definition of, or the origin story of greased up deaf guy is fucking stupid.
Yeah. One can't sit in the chair and the other one's stuck to a chair. That's how you get a buddy cop duo. It's great.
It's better than a Cuddy Bop duo.
Bread checking time. I wonder where Seth is. I saw that he made, was it Seth or was it you, Plague Bunny? Somebody made empanadas. I think it was, hold on,
Oh.
I gotta double check. Because somebody was making empanadas earlier and they looked delicious, and I need to remember who it was. Yeah, it was Bunny. Bunny cooked empanadas and they looked fantastic.
So,
What was the filling? Kobold would like to know.
I would like to know. So, this fancy roll of material here came from a different mountain man. My coworker randomly told me that her dad was a mountain man, and she didn't say it like that. She goes, "Yeah, my dad was into this weird, like, he would go out and would do these
Just
these
hang out in the wild
things. They were meats and like it was a bunch of black powder stuff, and I was like, rendezvous? Yeah, those. He and then she showed me pictures, and I'm like, what? He's dead. Keep in mind, he passed away. And she was like, "Oh yeah, do you want to like go through his stuff? I don't have any use for any of it." So I've got a bunch of these.
Yes.
Do you know what this is, Farley? Because this is not what I typically work with, because I can't get what I typically work with in this quantity.
Why, yes, I believe that is natural sinew.
This is natural sinew. This is real deal, the real McCoy. This is the real stuff.
How unceremonious way of letting go of the past. Yeah, but in all honesty, that stuff has a much better home in Kobold than it did sitting in a garage rotting away.
Honestly, it is already rotting. There's a large majority of it I cannot save. The buttons for these pants are definitely going to come from it, so I'm not going to go get them because I really just don't want to run in there and get it because it's the box they were in smells horrific. Like I think the guy might have smoked, and
Oh, God.
it's worse than the coat. And there's a lot of stuff in it that just molded over the years. Sinew is difficult to
Yes.
get. It is made from the tendons of animal.
That are then pounded out.
It is
into,
natural
like,
thread.
very thin fibers. Yeah.
And then
weave
are
together to
weave
make it.
together. This as I believe it's 1,000-pound tensile strength. So you cannot break this pulling on this as hard as you can. It doesn't break. I'm sure you could. I'm sure it will break, but yeah. So it is a little bit. It's stiff and it's a little crunchy. That's how you know the difference between the fake stuff and the real stuff. This is fake. It's a lot more floppy. It's brighter. And it's
It doesn't
close.
burn off the same.
It's close, but it's made of plastic. This is not. When you melt this, it stays sticky for a minute. So it lets you mold it. That just hardens into a thick plastic.
Yeah.
This stuff's
The real stuff
fantastic.
turns into a natural glue. Non-vegan edible super strength.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. If you melt it down, because you can melt it down, you can boil it down, and it'll become an actual glue.
And I have thousands and thousands of feet of this shit now.
Which is great.
It's not
by the
easy
way.
to get a hold of, especially not in this large of a quantity. I don't know where this came from, and I will not question it.
Yeah. Does it smell like dog food?
No. I'm trying to pick out what the smell is. Because it's got a unique smell. It doesn't smell like anything.
That you're familiar with?
No, it's got its own distinctive smell. It's like... How to pick the smell out?
While you're thinking about that.
What does it taste like?
Bunny
I
said-
refuse to find out.
Yeah, he'll get very sick. Remember, he can't eat meat, and I guarantee you that came off of an animal that is red meat related. Well, the plague bunny said that one
Old
set of
shoes?
empanadas was ground beef and potato, and the other one was cheese and tomato. Sounds delicious.
Oh. It smells...
You can eat cheese and tomato.
Yeah, I could. That sounds fucking delicious. I would honestly say, like, it smells like a shoe, like
Very old.
an old shoe.
Like I said, very old meat sounds like nothing you should eat unless you're a dog, or you're that Steve MRE guy, and then you'll eat
Nice.
you'll eat rations of meat from World War One.
Let's get this out on the tray. Okay, nice.
I don't know how that man is alive. I'm gonna be.
I do.
So real.
MREs. He's eating all the fucking shit from back in the day that were full of preservatives.
He is preservative, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super nice that you actually have something like that to utilize now.
Mm-hmm. And how?
It was really nice of them to offer that up. I know that.
Well,
I
they want me to
assume
make
that
something
because she. Yeah.
with. So there was a ton of deer skin in that box that I'm going to be using. Not for this project because I've already cut this project out, but that deerskin, she asked me to make her a not a purse, but a jewelry satchel of sorts, like a
Oh, cool.
I don't know exactly what I'm making, but and I have her give me an example of what she wants, and then I'll try and make something similar. She hasn't decided.
Okay. Well, I think that's pretty cool.
Captain Morgan diet? No, what about the Jimmy Bean diet?
Jimmy Bean?
Beam.
You said bean.
I said Jimmy Beam with an M.
Jim Beans.
Jimmy Bean. It's tequila. It's not. Why has no one made a Jimmy like a Jimmy Bean fucking like tequila that's just a knockoff of Jim Beam's logo, but it's tequila? That's $1 million idea right there.
Bean, though? Kobold.
Because
Kobold.
beans are in like all
Don't
Mexican
continue.
food.
That's okay. That's fine. Everyone fucking loves Jimmy Beans.
Did I save myself there or what?
Yeah.
I wasn't
You saw
making a
why I was
racist joke,
concerned.
but like
You saw why
I was like,
concerned.
wait, maybe I should retract that last statement just slightly.
It's okay. New beans. New beans. Oh man. Super fried. Super fried. New beans. Sorry, that was silly. My brain.
Yeah. I'm also kind of going off cuff here a little bit because the instructions don't tell me what. It gives me all of these different types of stitches to use, and only one time in this entire thing does it say to use a stitch. And then the rest is just kind of like, figure it out.
Sean Bean. Good choice. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned the other day, or yesterday.
Are
that
we
you
off to
done-
Wayland Priory?
I still have not. No, I went to. I have managed to go to Wayland Priory, and I've only just gotten to Skidrat.
Have you met Sean Bean?
No,
Oh,
but I have.
because
met the
Sean
weird
Bean
little
is in
wood
the
elf.
game.
I met the weird little wood elf who's like super paranoid.
I don't remember what his actual name is. I just know his actor is Sean Bean, and it's fucking great. We're off to Wayland Priory. And also fucking... Jean-Luc Picard is King, Uriel? King Uriel. No, I haven't seen King...
Mickey.
I miss King Mickey.
I know. He was a good guy though, one of the OGs.
Anyway, the historic account for real Captain Morgan has to resort to eating leather to survive after... Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well,
Kobold couldn't do that. He would literally die.
You can... No, you can boil leather, and... Oh, I would die. Yes, 100%
No,
I would
you
pass...
can't.
I would perish. But... Lots of people survive by boiling, like, their boots and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, but Kobold, you specifically would die. You are not built for that.
No, I would die.
You would try, and then you would die of essentially dysentery, shitting your brains out.
And then I'd eat the shit. No.
No.
Eat the poo-poo.
You fucking die like a Minecraft villager. Him and his crew cut and fired their leather satchels. Yeah, I know that is a thing that people have done over the years. Modern leather is not safe for that because it's not cured the same way.
Older
old
leather was
used to be-
cured with just brain.
Yeah,
less chemical.
Cured and tanned with brain. Which you also would not be able to eat.
Oh no, I would die. Yeah, no. I would die. Although back then I probably would have the bacteria to break it down because I don't think vegetarians existed.
That's
And
not true. People had allergies and intolerances anyway.
okay, mine is an intolerance from never being fed it.
Yeah.
Do not eat chrome tan leather. Yeah, no, 100% do not eat chrome tan leather. That will kill you.
It will actually.
That will kill you. Do not do that. It's cooked in all sorts of bad stuff. It's good material to use, not to eat.
No, Chrissy, it's not for you to eat. Do not.
Yeah, anytime you hear the word chrome, unless you want to go to Valhalla, do not put it in your mouth.
Blister said, Chad, I might have an intolerance to red meat. I haven't ate any red meat in at least 14 years. I mean, yeah, technically you could develop it, but if you had the enzymes already, you have a better chance than Kobold ever did. He never had a chance to...
I don't have the
he wasn't
the enzymes to break it down.
So he's never grown the ability to eat it.
My mom did not eat any red meat when she was pregnant with me, for whatever reason. She ate red meat prior to that. She just chose to fuck me. I don't have a reason why.
Hey,
And then-
welcome in, Misery. Good to see you again.
Hello.
How many push-ups can you all do? Actual question.
How many push-ups can I do? Quite a few.
I have just been able to start doing push-ups again. I had a surgery a couple years back, and I lost quite a bit of muscle in my arms from the recovery process. But I can plank now, and I can do knee push-ups, kind of. And
E-Black,
plank.
I could probably do about 30, and then I'll collapse. I'll give you that. If I can, even if I can do 30, it would be
You can do
around
2 burpees.
I would say it would be. Oh god, I can do more than 2, but I don't want to. Burpees are the devil.
Die.
I hate them. I hate them with my entire life. I want them to. Whoever invented. I want to find John Burpee, and I just want to have a talk. I don't know. I don't know who invented burpees, but he needs to be taught a lesson.
The military.
Do they call it burpees because it makes you want to throw up? And it gives you like.
Man, where's Backrooms when we need him?
Please say it's John Burpee.
Badass history of the burpee and the legendary man who created it from Men's Journal. Do you want me to...
Oh god. Sure.
Alright, chat. I'm going to read you an article, if that's okay with you.
Tell me the history of John Burpee.
The burpee is arguably one of the single greatest exercises a human could ever do.
Okay, that's full of shit.
Shreds
That's-
fat, builds endurance, and works your entire body so hard that exhausted athletes have been known to stop mid-burpee workout and, huffing and puffing, use what little breath they can muster to curse profusely. Like push-ups and jumping jacks, the humble bodyweight exercise can be done virtually anywhere, in any interval, and with absolutely no equipment necessary except a functioning cardiovascular system and a strong stomach. And while the burpee may have garnered a reputation lately as a CrossFit-centric exercise, people were doing them before anyone gathered in a box to do a WOD. Long before then, as it turns out. The original... Oh my god. The original burpee was first created by Royal H. Burpee, a man whose contributions to the art and science of human fitness should forever earn his magnificent name and place in the pantheon
What year?
of American awesomeness.
Fucking what year?
1939.
Chad, I need to get something real quick. I'll be right back. No.
Before, oh my god, it predates jumping jacks.
I know why they do jumping jacks now.
Because they were like, fuck this,
Oh,
I need something else to do.
Speaking of jumping jacks, did you know they don't call them jumping jacks anymore? Because apparently that's offensive.
I don't know. I don't care. It's a jumping jack. Everybody knows what a jumping jack is.
Not everybody.
But, yeah, Royal H. Burpee.
Some people call them jumping claps now.
What?
I'm not kidding. Because when you get to the... Because you're clapping your hands above your head.
But what if I'm not clapping my hands above my head? What if I'm... Never mind.
I don't... Because it's Jack. Because
I think
it's
you-
masculine.
I think you saw where that was gonna go. No. Listen, just because my name's Jack doesn't mean I like jumping. Sweet master. Nah. I think it's fine. Just call them jumping jacks. They've been called that for forever. It's fine.
I also think it's... the other reason they changed the name is people don't know what jacks are anymore. And I think, you know, because jumping jacks, you're making the shape of a jack.
I didn't realize it was called that because of that. And I don't know if they're called that because of that, to be fair.
I think that is actually why. Jack is a name, but also Jacks is a children's game. And
Yeah,
you're
basically, you drop a bunch of... you bounce a ball on the floor, and then you throw down a spiky thing.
and the spiky thing is called a jack. And you want to try and... So, okay, the way that the game... Alright. We're going back to Kobold's childhood. You throw the little spiky things on the ground, you bounce a ball, and you collect as many of the jacks as you can. And whoever you're playing against, whoever has the most jacks after the second bounce, wins.
Youngins don't know about these things. Jumping Jills, and were created by a man named Jack LaLanne. And in the U.S. military, they're called side straddle hops, or star jumps.
Blister, I want to believe you, but that seems also far-fetched. Caltrops, yeah, except not sharp.
I disagree.
Well, they're not supposed to be sharp.
Yeah, mine were. I didn't. I had one that I had gotten from my older sister, and it was.
I think your jacks
sharp.
might have just been a bit worn down. They're not supposed to be sharp. They're supposed to be, like, rounded on the edges.
Yeah, no, mine were fucking sharp as hell. Great basic exercise.
Wait, you had plastic ones?
No,
I had metal ones.
mine was metal. I've seen them used in cartoons as spike traps. Oh yeah, they definitely hurt if you step on them. Even
They're
if
like
you
the
don't
early
know.
days of Lego, before Lego was popular in the US.
No, the early days of Lego was Lincoln Logs. I have those.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is as a children's item to step on and curse profusely.
I mean, Lincoln Logs, you'll fucking flip out from under you.
You will, but they aren't sharp to step on like a fucking Lego.
On the corners of them? Hell yeah.
I'd rather step on a
Especially
Lincoln
little
log
square bits.
than a fucking jack.
That's fair. I'm not sure if they're being renamed Kobold, but where did you hear that? Yeah, where did you hear that? Because I don't think I've ever heard of it.
No, I had a... Okay, hold on. I'm Googling. Give me a moment.
I didn't see anything about them being renamed.
I wish that...
Clearly they are being renamed to Freedom Jacks to fight the communists.
They're calling it a star jump now. I apologize.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck's a jumping? No, Star Jump is just a name that's been used for them for a long time. It's not about them being masculine or whatever.
No,
It's
but schools
shape.
are enforcing the use of, in the U.S. at least, are enforcing the use of the word star jump over jumping jack. It doesn't say why.
Because nobody knows what a fucking jack is.
Okay.
Everybody knows what a star is. Kobold, I think you're a bit biased.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You automatically assumed that it was absolutely a thing and that it was because it was masculine.
It is okay.
I
I will admit I assumed it was it was because it was masculine and it wasn't form fitting, I guess, for
No.
Okay, I'll admit that I did think
Nobody
that.
knows what a jack is.
Well, that's not my problem.
Yeah, but it's not like a
Why
universal,
aren't
oh,
children
we're switching
playing
over
with
now.
jacks anymore? I don't understand.
Because people have Minecraft. Why would you play with a jack when you can just play with Minecraft?
Can't play Minecraft at school.
Yeah, there's Minecraft Education Edition.
Surely people still trade pogs and marbles.
Kobold, I got bad news for you.
What do you mean?
They don't even use tech decks anymore.
That's a lie. My coworker's kid
because May
fucking
has
loves tech decks. And the little bicycles. I don't remember what they were called, but there was a tech deck but for like
God, I do
miniature
remember the
bicycles.
bikes.
Yep. I had a tech deck scooter, which was fucking useless. But you could change out the wheels on it for no reason at all.
Yeah. Bike tech is what they're called.
Are they really called bike techs? That's dumb.
Maybe? Hold on. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Maybe not. Hold on. Tech deck. Bike. Metal finger bike. Do they even make those ones anymore?
I don't believe so. I still have mine in a pencil box somewhere.
Man, Tech Deck just pops up with some teak decking company. That's sad.
Were they actually called tech decks? Or was that just what everybody
Yes.
called them?
No, they were called Tech Decks.
Like, no, what I mean is, like, was that the Hello! Was that the was that the product?
Yes, it's the brand name.
No, was that the product name, or was that the brand name? You know, like, Tech Deck by Hasbro or some shit, you know what I mean?
It was Tech Deck. Yeah, Tech Deck.
I sure wish I could skateboard. I cannot. I fall on my ass every time. Tech Deck by Kleenex. It comes with an instructional booklet on how to turn a Kleenex box into a dope skateboard ramp.
It's like how the Fushigi came with an instruction manual.
Bullshit. Yeah, so you didn't hit people in the fucking face with it. Fushigi!
Fushigi! Also, hello, Ankathos. I hope that you are doing well. That snowboard that has that has soap on the bottom to clean.
Hold on.
It's kind of badass.
That's just a sponge. I actually had a Tech Deck snowboard. No lie. Yeah, but for kids. Yo, hold on. That's a really good way to teach kids how to fucking clean tables.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure that's why they have the Mr. Scrubbin' whatever.
Scrub Daddy?
Yeah.
There's also a Scrub Mommy, which is slightly softer than a Scrub Daddy. And I hate that I know that.
They get harder when you put them in cold water.
Yeah.
And softer when you put them in hot.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna make a joke.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
They're very American, Tegu.
Right.
They have smiley faces on them.
They are smiley faces. They look like the smiley-faced hash browns.
Yeah, they do. Except they're loved by crime scene cleanups.
I mean, they do work. We have one.
True, I have one as well. Like, I'm not gonna knock the product. The product's great. I just wish they didn't name it that.
Why not?
Well, they could have named it like the Scrub Smiley or something like that. Like, that sounds way better than... I don't like calling a sponge daddy. I just...
Hold my tongue.
If I ever have a child and I have some questions for my boyfriend, how did he get pregnant in this theoretical future? What?
Oh. I'm unsure. Tegu said, if I ever have a child, I'll make them call me bruh or something, not daddy.
You don't want to be named Papa? Papa Tegu? Papa Tegu. Come on now.
The big lizard.
Just call me
It's
Gilla.
Mr. Lizard.
Call me Gilla. Because I'm a beast.
Prangant. I love that. Fucking... Bro is a Homestuck thing. No, bro's been around since before Homestuck. Pops would be fine. Pops is cute. The parent.
I can't, no, I'm sorry, Tegu, I can't do Pops, because all I think of is, regular show.
Yeah.
Ooh! No, Pops is just Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Show.
Honestly.
Bad show, old man. He had a bad time. Like, all the time. Was a bad time. 90% of the time, it was a terrible time. And then they killed him.
Fucking Skips.
What about him?
His name was originally Walks,
Yeah, I know.
canonically. I love that. And he became immortal, and they were like, what do you want your immortal name to be? Skips. What?
I see that you
What?
found that short the other day.
I did. It pissed me off. But I saw that. I also saw that in real life. Outside of the shorts. And it reminded me, and I went, fuck. It's such a stupid reason. My future child is
that's never going to exist will call me Kermit.
Kermie.
I'm going to Kermit an atrocity.
That's not how the line goes, but I hesitated and I'm not doing it.
No, yeah, I didn't for a reason.
Gran, does that officially make you a cat?
Meow.
Because you've been making bread all day?
Hell yeah, make that bread. Gran is a cat boy. Making pioneer pants? Yeah.
I am
From a
making
pattern from
pioneer
the
pants
70s.
from a terrible pattern from the 70s. I'm currently sewing pockets. And oh my god, this pattern is it's atrocious. The values are all wrong, and I can't decipher half of the instructions. You've not made biscuits yet. Why not?
Briskets.
No. No, that's not what Gran said. Gran did not say brisket.
Brisket.
That's a very different thing.
Brisket. Lister, how do you feel about brisket?
A nugget? Brisket? Brisket and a nugget?
No, talking about something else.
I don't understand.
I know, that's okay.
Chad, I don't understand it.
Never mind.
I'd like the... I'd like
Never mind.
understanding.
They don't get the meme. She don't get the meme. That's okay.
I don't know if it's because I made an accidental K-pop tag, but we surpassed 190 subs today, which is fucking amazing.
True.
And we're gonna lose both of those people that find out that I'm not just fanboying about K-pop because I'm a moron.
It's okay. They don't need to know that you don't know.
I try very hard to be good. Well, good's a strong word. Able to make anything. And if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. You guys seem very talented, like you can actually build or make anything. Well, thank you.
I've been doing this a long time, however, it's something that you can actually get into and get pretty decent at within a couple of months by just knowing the basics.
Yeah.
Start with patterns before you go out and making your own.
Show off my work at all. However, I do a lot of
Modeling.
art stuff for a lot of people. I do 3D modeling. I do animation. I do all kinds of things.
I make things real in the real world. Farley makes the digital stuff that usually becomes the real items.
Yeah, like the armor and the mini costume heads.
Farley is like the digital hands from my insane brain.
I am the Digimon digital monster. I am the champion. Hi Tuna, good to see you. I'm
Tuna.
glad that you are here. Bunny said, I've made brisket many times, but the last time when I burnt my mac and cheese exploded was a fluke. I know, that's never the planned outcome for that. Blister said, few months to do good at something, that's better than... It better be in 2 hours or I'm quitting. I believe in you, Blister. I think you can do it. Just start small.
What kind of costumes are you making?
Yeah, what kind of costumes, ain't Capless? Gran said, for next April Fools, you should draw your avatars as each other's species, brother. Well,
we were going to do that. Funny story. We were going to do that. We were going to swap characters, but I was lazy, and the Mexican hats were less work and also funny.
Hee funny, haha. But yeah, I actually do have a kobold that I have.
That was initially the idea, was to put
designed.
Kobold's burrow full of kobolds.
Yeah, but I ended up making friends with a bunch of.
And now Farley is permanently a dust
bunch
bunny.
of VTubers, and now I'm a dust bunny. So what you don't know, honey, is I actually designed this character just before I like when I was in recovery from my surgery.
I remember.
Do you?
I do.
Oh god. Oh my god. My sim almost died.
That's okay. Take the ladder away.
No, he was walking and all of a sudden there was a fucking spike trap under him.
Put it back.
He almost got punjied.
Put it back.
No.
Let nature take its course.
No, I already put him through college. I'm good to my Sims. I don't like making them suffer. Unlike somebody.
Put it back.
Hello. And Kappa said it's a modified version of the stuff French, English, and Scottish philosophers used to wear back in the 19th, 18th, and 17th century.
Oh!
That's super cool.
That's kind of relevant to what we're doing here. So this is technically...
Historical garb.
Arguably, I know it's Americanus, but it's technically... I mean, this would be the same sort of... This is early frontier pants is the pattern, so this would have been done by English settlers in the 1700s. So, this is kind of the same. Kind of. High-waisted.
We've done a couple of Ren Fair wares.
Oh yeah, we do Ren Fair stuff a lot. Mostly bags and things, though.
What is the purpose of the strings hanging from the sides? Fashion.
There's actually a purpose for them. Maybe. There's maybe a purpose. There's a lot of people, it was fashion. A lot of people, like, there's not really a definitive reason. A lot of people say it's to help, because clothing was leather, it was to help the leather dry faster, because it would give places for the water to drip off of. Also, it could just be fashion. There's not really a definitive reason why.
Yeah, I think it's just fashion. I think they were very fashionable fellows. I did, recently at the college, I met somebody who does a historical reenactment of, like, King Arthur and the Round Table.
Except IKEA doesn't sell a round table, so it's more of King Arthur and the octagonal table, but it's close enough.
Well, they sell round tables.
Let me have this.
No.
That was funny.
Fuck you. You get mad at all of my...
Fuck you, that was funny!
Fuck you. Fuck me, fuck you! I love you. You're so...
I want to cosplay a character, but I don't want to walk on unicycle or roller skates.
Oh, that's
That's
tough,
fair.
mister. But what if you ride a unicycle with roller skates on?
Farley, I'm gonna need you to tell me what that is.
What? A unicycle?
What Gran just said.
Oh, I saw a woman make a kind of bloody Landschneck costume. I'm kind of into it. Landschneck.
Thank you. I need to know what that is.
Ah, I see.
So,
Landschneck.
this is my first, unless you count a vest, which I don't really count a vest, but this is like my first real attempt at making clothing. I've never made clothing before, mostly just bags and belts and things. Unless you count hats, but I don't really consider an accessory clothing, because it's optional.
It's essentially a German mercenary costume.
Okay. I'm into it. Hold on, I want to see.
It's the one that Gran sent.
Oh! Alright, that's fair. It's funny, because I can actually see how that could be slutty.
I like clown outfits. I think they're fun. Kobold does not.
You looked at that and you saw clown?
I mean, you look at it. It's got the poofs. It's got the
Yeah?
large sleeves. It's got the multi-patterns. It's got fun shapes. It's got a fancy hat.
What do you... wait, Kobold, do you know what Heelys are?
Yes, Kobold does.
Heelys came out in my generation, what do you mean?
Have you ever used Heelys?
Like, once, and then I fell on my ass. And then I took the wheels out. I just took the wheels out and walked around in heavy shoes until they wore out.
surfing wench. You posted the TikTok of the costume. Beautiful. Kobold
I will have to watch that later.
after. Bork.
I'm surprised Heelys didn't get sued a lot faster than they did. Because, like, you basically have to wear a helmet with those damn things. You will crack your skull open. It's not like riding on skates.
Wearing Heelys if you take them off. What makes them fun?
Look. When you hurt yourself, it's like, okay, well...
Yeah, that happened, and now I'm dead.
Also, how you think? Yeah, that's fair. You wear a cowboy outfit long enough, you start to feel like a cowboy.
And other people start thinking that you're Hispanic.
Okay, I wasn't referring to me. I wasn't referring to me. Yes!
No.
Okay, you're not wrong. People thought I was Hispanic, but that's beside the point.
You wore a fucking poncho and a gambler's hat, and you were several shades.
This is just my hat! Okay.
And you have your cute little goatee that looks a little bit... It's funny.
Chat, I'm gonna have to
Kobold,
shave
what is it?
my face clean now because I don't want to be mistaken.
It's too
Especially
late.
right
You
now.
have to have your whole beard now.
I've been shaving, what do you mean? My work doesn't let me have a beard. I got in trouble.
Oh,
I got dress coded.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's actually... Yeah, no, government is... I have a dress code. I have to wear a tie. I have to fucking have a clean-shaven face.
Does a bow tie count?
It does, actually. One of the...
Does an ascot
One
count?
of the... Almost slipped up there. One of my uppers, not coworker, but above me, wears a bow tie. I don't know if an ascot counts.
Hasta la pasta, Kobold. Honorary Hispanic, says Tegu.
That's okay. I fucking love pulque, so...
Tuna said, Kobold, what is appropriate hat to wear with suit? Depends on your want to look.
Well, it depends on what kind of function you're going to. Because I've worn everything from a flat cap to my gambler's hat.
Yeah.
Probably not a baseball cap. Don't be Elon Musk.
Kobold is just the man on the top at the hot sauce bottle. Bunny said, he has a goatee!
I do. It's as much as my work will allow me to have.
Yeah. Blister said, you can't wear a bee costume to your government job?
Funny story. I have been slowly buying the materials to make a suit, a 1970s styled suit, with bee patterning.
Hell yeah.
Because I love the idea of black and gold together. I just think it's fucking fantastic.
You and me, Tegu. Love having a beard. I got a full beard.
Yeah, well,
They
you
complimented on mine
might
quite a
not be able to have that in your place of work. I'm just saying. They may tell you have to
That's
shave.
not true.
I'm just saying they may.
As somebody who has been in medical facilities quite a lot...
Farley, that's not what I mean. You won't know until you get signed up. Some workplaces may require you to shave.
Yeah, but then I'll just trim it. I'm not gonna fully shave anything off.
No hair. Shave your head bald. Agent 47. Agent Bunny 7.
A leisure suit, said Plague Buddy.
Yes, a leisure suit. I want to be Leisure Larry.
No, you don't. That man was a fucking menace.
And I'm not!
Different way. He was a sex pest.
Okay,
You're
he was a
ace.
sexist.
Tegu said, I've been told to shave because gas masks, but I don't deal with any dangerous chemicals often.
So, funny story, the gas mask thing not sealing to your face is actually a myth. Um, yeah, that's a myth that was started by the U.S. military to try and create a uniformed soldier.
Aren't all soldiers in uniform?
No, but I mean, you know, clean shaven, short
I
hair,
was making a joke.
yada yada yada.
I was making a joke.
But yeah, the gas mask thing is actually a myth. I mean, to be fair, they used to just piss on rags and cover their faces with them.
Thank goodness we're past that. How did we go from stuffing a leather mask with herbs and spices to pissing on a rag and covering our face?
Mustard gas is how we changed. It worked!
Soldiers are a myth created by Bigfoot to throw people off his trail.
Just makes me think of that fucking Brock Sampson quote. You could have told me he was a dude. Ah, Bigfoot doesn't have anything you haven't seen. Bigfoot is something I haven't seen.
Brick Simpson. Lack of nice herbs and hours to carve a cool mask. That's fair.
Mine does too. I've never had the opportunity to let it grow out, but I get 5 o'clock shadow. I have to shave
Let it grow out.
every 2 days. No, I don't know that I will.
No, you might be like my dad, where you keep it trimmed nice, and then you.
I don't know that I will grow it out because I don't know. I like to be prim and like trimmed and proper. Like it doesn't make me feel good to kind of be scraggly in a sense.
But you want to be mountain man?
It doesn't mean I can't prune myself.
I mean,
It doesn't mean I can't prune myself. Gotta keep some civility. Lest
you
I
think
let
I am
the
uncivil
wilds
because I have my
tame.
beard?
No.
So why is it a problem?
It's how you present yourself. I don't.
Anyway, I think you're very cute. I think it's okay if you don't actually want to grow a beard out. I don't. I like how you.
So does mine.
It's very cute.
Mine also has an interesting orange color. It's not super prevalent, but I have a dark red.
Yeah, that's fair. Is that part of the reason why you don't like growing it out?
No. Because if that were the case, I'd keep my beard completely shaved.
I thought maybe you just didn't like your face without it on.
I don't. But that's beside the point. Dyed purple. I don't think I will.
I like your face either way.
I don't think I will dye it
Temporarily make
purple.
it purple.
I'm gonna need a lot more subs than we at 1 million fucking subs. I'll do the old Markiplier thing. I'll dye my beard purple. We're never getting to 1 million subs, so I'm totally cool with that.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I'm pretty sure we're never gonna get that far, but or if we do, I'm not gonna remember, and chat's not gonna remember.
I'll remember. People were asking me if I dyed my beard, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, it was kind of annoying. Yeah, that's absolutely fair in Gathos. Your hair is super... It's in Kobold lore.
Yeah, but again, if we ever get to 1 million fucking subs, that's gonna be so deep in the Kobold lore, it's not gonna happen. It's not like we have a fucking archive keeper or anything.
I used to... Well... What am I, chopped liver?
No, you're a dust bunny.
But, Bunny said, since I've been sick and not taking care of myself, I'm kind of looking like Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne from The Dark Knight Rises, where he's old and stuff.
The suit's too tight, Alfred! It's squeezing me in places I don't like, Alfred!
I'm squeezing where I don't want to be squozed.
Master Bruce, why are you talking like that? It's squeezing too hard, Alfred!
It's squeezing too hard! I don't like it!
Why is everyone so
6,
fucking
7,
tall?
8.
I thought I was tall, and then everybody hits me with the fucking, oh yeah, I'm just casually 7 feet fucking tall.
I'm a short motherfucker. I am built like a fucking. I am built like a Lord of the Rings dwarf. I'm fucking 5'4" and wide.
Okay, I'm 6 foot. I thought that
Well,
was
5'5".
tall. It is not, apparently.
I mean, you're tall compared to me.
I'm tall compared
I
to a
can
lot
still
of
lift your
people,
ass,
but apparently not the internet.
And Kappa says, where I live, everyone is almost 7 foot, kind of.
I would be a small
crazy.
man. That's fucking wild.
Be so little.
At that height, Farley, you wouldn't be able to reach the doorknobs.
Yeah, that would be a problem. You're
What?
1800 millimeters tall. Let's see.
I
have a calculator.
How do you...
Hold on.
Okay, wait, hold on, stop. Why do you measure it in millimeters and not centimeters?
You are 5'9". Yep. Oh, 5'11". I'm 5'5", which is 5'5", not 55. Centimeters.
What the hell?
I'm 167 centimeters.
What am I, 180? 190? I'm American, I don't know millimeters very well.
182.88.
Woo!
I'm 55 feet tall. And is the moon made of cheese? That's a good question. In a matchbox?
It's made of brie.
Would you relieve it?
No. Chat, I don't think... You guys have seen the color that I'm using, correct? I just thought about this. I'm gonna be wearing these in Japan.
No, you're not.
What do you mean, no I'm not? Yes, I am. Why wouldn't I?
Kobold,
I have to break them in.
I know you have to break them in, but
I don't have a lot of time.
I know, but I'm telling you right now,
What?
as you're going in, what, May?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be pretty hot.
And?
Leather pants and heat is not good.
Okay.
And you don't want to get
Hold on.
Get stains on it.
Hold on, but counterpoint, right? I'm gonna be wearing these in the middle of fucking June in 106 degree weather.
Couldn't have gone with shorts.
No. I don't think they existed yet. Or if they did, not for adults.
You overthink it and they will smell fear. Dude, why are you gonna be the coolest white man in Japan?
I'm gonna walk into the bar. American! Yeah!
With a poncho, your gambler's hat, those pants. My god.
All the fucking Japanese people are gonna try and get me drunk. And I'm okay with it!
Leather pants in Japan during the rainy season?
Yeah? That's why I'm putting tassels on them, so that the rain wicks off of them.
I don't think that's how that works.
You don't know that. Wait, May is the rainy season?
Might as well be the sweatiest man in Japan.
Okay.
He'll be like a midnight cowboy. June is the rainy season. He's not going in June.
Oh no,
No,
I'm going
June is
in
Mountain
May.
Man.
June is Mountain Man,
May
and I
is-
don't know that I'm going this year to Mountain Man. I was assuming I had a full year to make an outfit. But there's a chance that it might be this year, and like I need to make something. I can piece together a shirt real fast, but and I've got my my Dickens Fair shit, which is technically period correct, but it's not.
Did what in his fair?
Shut up. Do any of you watch Death Note? I've been watching the shorts that pop up in my fucking thing about it. I know what a Shinigami is now. I had to hesitate on that one. I wanted to make sure I said it right.
Good job.
I know that the Death Note was created just to kind of fuck with people because the Shinigami were bored.
Yeah, basically, they wanted to fuck around with humans. So it says temperatures will be between 14C to 21C.
Keep in mind, I'm used to hot temperature. 110 to 112 is normal summer for me, so...
So you're looking at anywhere between 50s to 70s. So that'll actually
That's
be,
nothing!
I think.
As a matter of fact, that's quite cold.
It's not summer yet, is the thing.
That's quite cold.
Tega said today saw a video of a Japanese dude driving a chopper on in rainy season in Japan. He wears some sweet leather gloves that got all soaked up.
I would say something, but you know, spoilers. So I'm gonna leave it there. What about
Kobold does not
Death
watch
Note?
Pretty much any anime.
Oh no, I barely have. I know you keep telling me it doesn't count as anime, but it kind of does. I've almost watched all of the Ghibli stuff. Almost.
Yeah, I'd
We
say
still
that
have to
counts as
do.
anime.
We have to do the Porco Rosso thing still, and Howl's Moving
There's quite
Castle.
a few more that you have not seen.
I've seen Princess Mononoke already, so we don't have to. I'd love to rewatch that, but we don't have to. What have I not seen?
You have not seen. You've not seen Castle in the Sky. You've not seen. I don't know that I'm going to make you watch Grave of the Fireflies. I think it's better that you don't watch that one.
Why? Chat, am
you
I gonna
haven't
cry?
seen Pompoko? Yes.
Oh, I've seen Totoro. We watched that one a couple months back.
Yeah, we watched Totoro. You haven't seen.
I didn't know Totoro was a troll. I didn't know that's what that meant.
Yeah.
I thought Totoro was like its own kind of creature. Didn't realize it was a troll.
Yeah.
I like how Japanese people draw trolls. They're way cuter than ours.
Yeah, I agree. You've seen Kiki's Delivery Service. You've seen My Neighbor Totoro. So you haven't seen. Castle
Yeah,
in the Sky.
fuck. Okay, fuck the fact that goddamn cat loses the ability to talk.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed about that. Good ass fucking episode. Or movie. Right. Good ass movie. But the cat should have come back. And the other cat should have been able to gain the ability to speak or some shit because they had children. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm mad about that, alright?
Let's see. So you need to watch Castle in the Sky.
Japanese kobolds are little fuzzy dog people, and it confuses the hell out of me. But I'm Germanic, so who cares?
Pompoko, Whisper of the Heart. You don't have to watch the Yamadas.
Why not?
Have you seen
I
Spirited
wanna
Away?
no. I want to watch all of them. Yes, I have seen. That was on Cartoon Network like every other weekend when I was a kid.
Okay.
I
love
know
The Cat
that.
Returns. That one's
Oh, okay.
wonderful. We should watch that.
I want to
Tales
see
from
all
the
of them.
Castle.
I want to see all of them,
Tales
even the
from
sad
Earthsea.
ones.
I mean, we can watch Grave of the Fireflies if you want. It's
Yep,
really
I want to
fun.
see all of them.
Okay.
And then we're gonna
I
watch
love The Cat Returns.
all of One Piece. I'm kidding. We'll
You
never
saw
do
Ponyo.
that.
I showed you Ponyo.
Ponyo, yeah. I love
I
that
think
it's
you'd
Liam
like your
Neeson. The dub version is great. I don't know who the voice actor was for the Japanese version, but the fact that fucking Ponyo's dad was Liam Neeson, that's badass. The whole time, all I can think of is fucking, fucking Colin, the fucking little boy. I have a particular set of skills. I will find my daughter.
So let me put it this way. You've seen My
Ponyo.
Name is Totoro. You've seen Kiki's Delivery Service. You've seen Ponyo. You've seen Princess Mononoke.
I have seen that. I watched that in high school. It was either... Okay, so... Funny story about Princess Mononoke. I had a very, very openly gay teacher, and it wasn't particularly common growing up in my area to have anybody be gay. Most people that were gay were closeted. But I had a very gay teacher. Loved him to death. He was a great English teacher. He gave us a choice between option A and option B. He didn't tell us it was a mystery box. We chose option B, which was Princess Mononoke. Do you want to know what option A was? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't an anime. Fucking Brokeback Mountain.
What tools do we recommend for removing supports?
Small dikes. Little tiny, very sharp dikes.
They're like these fancy little snips that you can get for building things like Gundam.
Diagonal
They're very
cutters.
useful.
They're diagonal cutters. Dike is the... Sorry, it's the shortened version. Diagonal cutters. Very sharp, small, diagonal cutters. I want to see Porco Rosso. You keep talking about it.
Yeah, it's really fun. So you have seen 5 out of 22 movies.
And of animes I've watched the dubbed Pokemon, a little bit of the dubbed One Piece, which I kind of liked. Not a whole lot of it.
Beastars.
I watched Dragon Ball GT, which, not all of it, but a decent amount of it, which I liked. The first season of Beastars I liked.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop I loved. Just thought it was kind of funny that I was writing a similar story before I'd even seen it.
And I was just like, hey, this feels like Cowboy Bebop. And,
And I'm
just
like,
I love this.
Yeah, no.
Bebop is one of my favorites.
By the way, chat, that's the animation we were doing was similar to that in that regard. That was what I was referencing.
Yeah.
I had no idea, by the way, about Cowboy Bebop prior to writing like 90% of what we wrote. And now it's going to be hard not duplicating it.
I'll put Little Nemo on the list too, so that's 23. I'll write a list. Hold on. Dragon Ball GT
Spanish dub?
Spanish dub opening.
Farley, can you look that up? I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, hold on.
God, these pockets take 90 years to fucking sew. I will have to watch that after because I don't want it to be loud and I don't want to get a copyright strike from Ghibli.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I feel like Hype would be good to talk to about the German openings of a lot of anime, because he grew up watching them as a German weeb.
Was Porco Rosso? I mean, that was World War II. Was it? I know he's a pilot.
He was I think he was an
American.
pilot.
Oh, Italian. That's kind of fucked up. Rosso, yeah.
Well, no, was he Italian or was he American?
Being a pig, I'm gonna assume he's American.
Either way, we'll find out.
The Doughboys,
We
come
can
on
watch
now.
it together.
Anyway,
We can watch it together.
I feel like Germans watching a World War II movie kind of feels bad.
The pig is Italian. I was right.
Italian American?
No,
Racer's American?
No,
There's a
they're Italian.
racist?
no, a racer. Pompoco will be interesting. It's a bunch of Tanuki, and they're.
Oh, I've seen the scene.
Oh, there's more than that scene.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen the scene where all of the Tanuki beat the cops up with their...
Balls.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that one movie that you wanted me to... Or show... I don't know if it's a show or a movie. Moomin. I know that's not...
Moomin is
Swedish, but it's Japanese.
I absolutely will watch Moomin with you.
Because all I know is
Moomin,
the one
We
human...
love Snufkin.
Snufkin? Yeah, no, he's just my whole vibe.
He's a little.
I don't know what he is, but he's my vibe.
Porco Rosso is related to World War One.
I thought so. Those planes that I've seen in the fucking trailers weren't World War II, but I wasn't going to say anything because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I don't know anything about anime, but I was like, okay, that looked like an Iron Cross, but okay. I was going to say, Red Baron, wrong era. Also, the Italians were on the German side for a while, so... What is the...
Snufkin? Interesting.
You remind... What? Farley reminds me of Snufkin. Really? Because Snufkin's kind of a little conniving fucker from what I've seen. Again, I've not seen it, so I've only seen, like, bits and pieces.
Riley's character shape is more Snufkin coded. That's fair.
Okay. I'm not even going to attempt to decipher that one. I'm sorry. I don't speak Swedish. I barely speak
Swedish.
the tiny bit of German.
I will say.
I don't even think I speak enough German to have a conversation with a child.
The animes I've watched, I've seen something like Chainsaw Sword Hybrid that was interesting.
What was the... I know it's an old 80s anime based on the art style. There's an anime where... I don't know if they're Nazis. I don't know... It's like this fucking soldier that walks in and just fucking unloads on like this regiment of Nazis, and the soldiers dressed like a... Kind of look like a knight from like Full Metal Alchemist, the brother that was in the knight suit.
It may have been.
It was not that
Black
character
Metal.
though. It was much. It wasn't that, but I just say it kind of looked like that, but it was a much older anime, and it was it wasn't quite that. Also, there was a lot. There was machine guns in it, so I don't think that was Full Metal. Maybe it was. I don't know. I only watched a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist.
There's two versions of Full Metal Alchemist, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm not thinking of the one that you are then, because I maybe it is that actually.
No, I don't know. So Full Metal Alchemist, there is Full Metal Alchemist, and then there's Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I'm absolutely a history nerd. Thank you very much. I'm a history nerd. Farley's the weeb. I just am learning slowly. Also, I love Star Wars history, so don't even get me started on the rule of two. I know that's the old joke. Everyone knows that by this point, though. It's Skippy the Jedi droid. Now that's a fucking classic.
Hell yeah.
Not many people know of Skippy.
Yeah, I am not a Star Wars nerd by choice. We watched.
I forced Farley to watch all of the Clone Wars with me, as well as everything else. Farley knows all about
of
Star Wars politics.
chronologically in chronological order, according to the storyline. He has also read all of the books.
I've read all of the old books, as well as all the comics, the old DC comics, and Dark Horse, which is different. I used to watch Doctor Who a lot as well. I still love sci-fi. Sci-fi is like one of my favorite things, which is kind of why
I
we.
love Firefly.
Oh my god, I love Firefly. It's that I would say Firefly, cut in its prime. Firefly and the movie Serenity, are probably what shaped my idea for the story a lot.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it, but I would like to.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar.
Just watch it with me. I keep getting recommended this fucking video of them unwrapping a mummy in the early, like, 1980s.
But, did they taste him?
Not at this one. It was just past the time when that would have been appropriate. That stopped in the Victorian age, I'm pretty sure. Or possibly before.
No, people still do it. That's why they still put bars on cemeteries.
But I could put a long stick into the liquor. That's why they stopped using bars and started using, like, glass. Just so you know. Because people wanted to taste the mummy, and so they just dip it into the juice. People are weird.
Look, chat, if you saw something for sale at your local supermarket called mummy juice, would you drink it?
No. Is it bad? I saw one detail in the Manta Ray 3D print and knew what they were. No.
No.
Just means that you know what you're talking about. Bunny said, I feel like you'll like Mobile Suit Gundam series.
I remember Gundam as a kid. I watched it on Toonami. Okay, I remember Gundam being badass. What do you think about all those battles where 100 men beats like 10k men in the Middle Ages and before that? Oh my god, wait, I remember that I remember there was a show that used to do that. Where they would do like the testing.
I think it all depends on the strategy and whether one side had better weapons than the other. And also whether one had the upper hand over the other. Like whether they were on increment.
And then they would do like a fight scene between 1 and 1 to see what would happen, and whoever won like the simulated battle's outcome would be the winner that they choreographed. I wonder what that show was called, because that was a badass show. Oh, some of them are straight up bullshit.
Would you rather fight one duck-sized horse or 100 horse-sized ducks?
1 duck-sized horse.
Yeah.
I have a 45-70 that'll guarantee that duck-sized horse is going down. I don't think I can shoot that many ducks that fast.
Giant ducks. 1 cassowary or 5 horses?
5 horses. Cassowaries scare me. I'm sorry, they're raptors.
A cassowary or an emu?
The emu. And I fucking hate emus.
And Kappa said, like, one side needs to have a nuclear machine gun to achieve such victory. Yeah. Okay, man. Pokemon would win against a lion. Against all those lions, Pokemon would absolutely win because Pokemon have AoE.
Pokemon have gods! Blister, you said every type of Pokemon. That means that
Lions have 4 feet each.
At some point,
Joking, of course.
the god Pokemon are going to be fighting them, and Groudon is like a fucking a fucking skyscraper that spits lava.
Quite frankly,
I don't think they'll get that far. I genuinely don't, but even if you give the Lions home field advantage, the Wailord would still probably win. Out of water.
Guzzlord eating lions like a buffet. Yeah, it's like Kirby.
But, Blister, do you really think Guzzlord would be even close to fighting a Lions? Because, like, if there's a line and it goes down the numbers, right? What number on the Pokedex is Guzzlord? Genuinely, I don't know.
How many Pokemon are there?
Too many. Wailord is just a whale.
Oh, wait, Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Including regional variants, Mega Evolutions, Gigantamax forms, total number of Pokemon is 1,164.
Versus 100 lions? That's not fair.
No, 1 billion lions.
Oh, 1 billion. I still don't think that's fair. I feel like the lions would start fighting each other.
If you're not counting the Gigantamax, regional, or Mega Evolutions, there's 1,025 distinct Pokemon species.
That's a lot.
51. Yeah. It was only 151, and now Kobold doesn't know what's what. The Pokemon would run out of PP.
And then they'd struggle and it'd go on to the next one, which would destroy more lions. It doesn't say they have to fight them on a one-on-one. All one Pokemon has to do is, like, magnitude, and it's going to destroy every lion.
Oh. Ow. Oh, that hurt. You ever try and hold back a sneeze? And then it feels like your sneeze bursts out of the backside of your rib cage, because that hurt. Oof. It sucked. Wailord is a blimp. It's denser than air. It can't even... It's not denser than air. It's less dense than air. But it can't even go in the ocean. Hi, boy.
You ever drank Bailey's from a boot? I have not.
The important question.
I have a boot. I've never drank Bailey's from it. I don't really care for Bailey's. It's too sweet. I don't like hot alcohol. You'd think I'd like Irish coffee. I do not. I love coffee. I love whiskey. Not together.
I'm old Greg. Excellent. Tegu says, I'll go to sleep. Good night, guys. Have a great night. You have a good night too, Tegu. I'm glad you got to be here.
Yee.
It's always good to see you.
Do people drink hot soda? That doesn't sound pleasant.
See that old ass YouTube video where they were making a hot Kool-Aid? And it was like a skit.
Also, Irish coffee is the best thing. Don't listen to that Blue Lizard. Look, all I'm saying is I don't like hot... I'm not saying it tastes bad. I just don't personally like hot whiskey. It just doesn't. I don't like hot toddies either. I don't like hot whiskey. I don't like hot liquor. It makes me feel bad.
I can't drink hot drinks. I get sick to my stomach, so I have to have my coffee iced. Oh my god, I have hardly. Russian coffee, said Chris.
Like a white Russian?
Bunny said, I'm still trying to figure out who came up with the idea of shoeies. Drinking out of a shoe sounds nasty. Absolutely does.
Well,
Bunny
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Germans.
Bunny said in the 60s, hot Dr. Pepper was a thing. Were we trying to go to bed earlier tonight? Yeah, we'll probably drop off at 11. It's only 9:16 for us.
Farley's
right now,
not used to having to get up early.
No.
Sleep is for the weak. It's the cousin of death, and Farley now has to
It's not
sleep.
what you said when you passed the fuck out.
Yeah, when I turn things off when I'm not speaking, I don't need sleep unless it's silent. And then my body goes, alright, motherfucker, it's time to go.
That is not... Well...
Yeah.
No, because you put on, like, a video and then you're like... Oh.
Yeah, but that's relaxing. That's different. That's not me verbally communicating. I'm not talking to the video.
Oh, if you go silent, then you sleep.
Uh-huh. Doesn't matter what time of day.
But then you also talk in your sleep, so...
Yeah, I know. That's because my brain's not shut off.
And then there was that one time where I tried to roll over and then you, like, fucking smacked me so hard and wouldn't let me go because you thought I was falling off of the bed in your sleep.
I did.
You were
I don't remember anything about that,
no! When literally I had just woken up earlier, because
You guys
literally
remember
did roll
Irish
off the
drink.
bed and I had to catch you. Irish drink.
Aye. They do.
Lister said, I've been trying to get up at 9 a.m. and not 1 p.m. I've been having to get up at... Well, I've chosen to get up at, like, 6:30-ish.
About the same time I get up.
Irish car bomb.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. I like car bombs. But not you. The Irish car bomb isn't... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't an Irish car bomb Guinness with a well, I guess it doesn't have to be Jameson, but, you know, an Irish whiskey dropped in? Or is that a Boilermaker?
That is... Shot glass filled with Irish cream and Irish whiskey into a glass full of Guinness.
Okay, I was right. It is.
It's apparently an American drink.
That sounds pretty American. Boilermaker. What is a Boilermaker? That's I think the same thing, but without the Irish cream.
Boilermaker is whiskey in a glass of beer.
Yeah, it's the same thing without the
Either
cream.
Sip a shot and then chase it with the beer, or you can drop it in. My nose. It's sniffly. Let's check this.
Okay.
See if I got any other math stuff I can do in the meantime.
All right. So I'm going to go one more stitch down with this one just so it's way, way, way away from the edge. But that is pocket number 2 maybe done? I have to read the next step and try and decipher it.
Okay, good job. And Kappa said they're awesome and their tactics are unbased. Maybe I need to go try some of this stuff. I've been drinking just water and fruit juice for too long. I don't drink much.
You don't have to drink. Drinking is not for everybody. I enjoy the drink. I am definitely not for the prohibition. However, it is not for everybody. And it can be a problem for many people. Speaking of which, we're drinking right now. But mint tea. You'd probably like mint juleps. I don't care for mint that much. Okay. All I'm doing here is I'm trimming down the sides because I want it to be as close as I can to the edge.
You can only drink Monster Zero because you're a real gamer. I get that. I drink mainly water and coffee. Blister says I drink smelted cobalt.
Hell yeah.
Real gamers use code. No, hold on. We don't have. That'd be code Kobold.
How many subs do you think I have to get for gamer subs to be like, hey, do you want a sponsorship? I try their stuff. I like Kool-Aid, and it's kind of like Kool-Aid, right? I don't actually know. I've never had gamer subs. I'm down to try it though. Gamer subs, if you're watching, I know you're not. I know you're not. What am I fucking thinking?
10,000, says Chris.
You think?
That seems pretty attainable. Might take us a while.
Will gamer subs even be a company by then? Who knows? Maybe. Only the nose knows.
I believe in you, Blister. Somebody showed me a box of soda was $44 in California. Depends on where you are and what kind of soda.
Yeah, definitely. It depends on the type of soda. There are some soda, like if you're gonna go buy some Jones soda, that a case of that shit will probably run you about $50-$60. Case of Coke, depends on if it comes in cans or bottles, could run you either $12 or $36. Tab soda. What is tab soda? Oh yeah, no, I think that the mini cans are bullshit. I'm sorry. I think they're a scam.
Was a Diet Cola soft drink produced by Coca-Cola, discontinued in 2020. Was Coca-Cola's diet drink.
Coca-Cola made some of the fucking best soda that I've ever had. The fucking space shit. That was the greatest flavor I've ever had, and it was a limited run, and they're never making it again, and it makes me so very angry. I only ever had it fucking twice, and the shit was delicious. Also, Coke with coffee made me feel like I was having a heart attack. So, glad that's gone. Both Coca-Cola and the cocaine. Well, listen. I understand why that's not in it anymore.
It was a 30-pack of Sprite mini cans. Oh. $40. Where were they buying it?
Probably a gas station, like that fucking $10 bottle of lemon juice we bought.
Or like the $15 ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. Spicy water with sugar. Gran. Tastes like drinking from... Well, it depends on where the sink water's from.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between sink water from, like, Chicago or sink water from, like, the Sierra Nevadas. It's just definitely different. Alright, we're on the next step. Which is... I don't know.
Oh, hi, Backrooms.
Chat, I can't read.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Do you need help?
All of the letters are moving on me again. No,
Oh, she said she lives in Bakersfield. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, that's wild. Oh, no.
Wait, what? Who lives in... Oh. Well, no, hold on. The gas station where we bought that shit for like $10 a bottle, Far, that was also Bakersfield. So, no, I think it's just Bakersfield, honestly. That's our gas stop, Taste of India.
Yeah. My brain.
Okay. I have to try and figure this out. With wrong sides together, and which side's the wrong side again?
Wrong side is the fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Okay. Wait, how... Wait, okay, so the last step was with right sides together. I'm skipping a bunch of, like, crap. Stitched from the small dot at the edge down around the long curved notch to the small dot on the side, which is... I've done that.
Okay.
And then it skips to with wrong sides together. Am I supposed to turn these things inside out?
Yes.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'll tell you why I don't want to do that. So, if this was going to be made of suede, I would do that. Right? As it stands, right? When the pockets fold open, the yellow shows. So it would match the pants. If I turn these inside out, it's going to be this that shows. Why did I receive a gift? Who? Somebody sent me a gift.
What kind of gift?
Who has gifted me? Someone has gifted me a video game.
Uh-oh. Kobold, what the fuck? What kind of video game?
Boy, what the fuck is Retropolis? That looks fucking amazing.
Well, there you go. What they do.
I'm gonna be fucking downloading that later.
But okay, can you read over what the next step is to
Okay.
see why they are having you do that?
The next step says, with wrong sides together and matching small dots and large squares, tack top piece of pocket to pants front
Right, so, okay, so they're not having you flip it inside out. What they are having you do
Oh.
is pin the pocket to the pants.
No, but it says to turn them... Wait.
No, it says the wrong side, so the fuzzy side of the pocket, pin that to the back of the pants, the fuzzy side of the pants. They're basically having you put the pocket in. You're not turning it inside out, and that's why I said look ahead. You are putting it into the pants.
But the picture doesn't show that. Okay. Okay, let me try this again. Let me read this again. With wrong sides together and matching small dots and large squares, tack top piece of pocket to pant front.
Yeah, so you're going to put the top piece of the pocket and pin it, tack it,
to pant front.
the inside of the front pants.
Okay, we'll grab the pant front.
How did you do that, boy? Well, you see, in order to gift, yeah, you have to be friends on Steam. Dried up dying of embarrassment over here. Oh no! Why? Why, Chris? Did you have a misspell? Bonus.
That's gonna be a high fucking pocket. Whatever.
You're okay, Chris. I didn't even see what happened.
Okay, which one is the pocket that I want? Or this side?
Writer police.
That one on the left side. This is the one I want on the right.
Well, see, that's the cool thing about when you gift Kobold something, is we share a family account, and so technically I can play any game that he has.
Correct!
And or...
Unless it's a multiplayer game,
play it.
and then we can't play it at all!
Yeah.
Okay, so this is...
Can't play it because I have
Wait.
bad internet.
Wait. Confused! Chat, I'm confused.
Confusion.
Okay,
Explain
with
it to
wrong
me.
sides
Talk it
together
out.
and matching small dots and large... Okay, hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take the piece out, I'm gonna mark the dots.
That's a very good idea.
Because one of these has them. This one? This is the one.
Is it not the pocket sitting right at the top?
No. It's not, actually. Fuck.
Front of the pants that you're trying to look for?
Fuck. Yes. Fuck. It would be backwards, right? Somehow I have to figure out where the dots are on this. Do you see the dots, chat? I haven't marked my dot. No, I haven't marked my... Am I supposed to?
Yes. That's how patterns work.
No, it's not. I've never done that before. What the fuck do you mean? That's not how regular patterns work.
Gran said use an awl to puncture the dots through. Oh wait, just get fucking tracing paper. Don't use the Sharpie on it.
Well, I'm just doing the Sharpie in the spot where it is, so that it shows through. And then I'm going to use the awl to punch it.
Are you gonna punch it through the paper?
Yeah, just a small little poke
No.
hole.
Okay, don't rip it.
Is there any other holes? No. I've never seen that. Yeah, see, look, the dots are now showing through. And there's an X where the squares are.
Maybe we cool it with the bomb talking, Kappas. I don't want to get us in trouble or get you in trouble.
What happened?
Don't worry about it. Moderation stuff, don't worry. Blister said, Chat, should I try making a Pokemon that's hard to make in Tinkercad? You could. I bet you Tangela would be hard to make. Tangela?
Tangelo.
Ren said, I usually trace my patterns out on new paper so I can mess with them. But yeah, dots should either be punctured through or tailor tacked through.
I did draw this out on a different pattern, by the way. That's not... I did do that.
Plotzer would be cool. There's a lot of fun shapes in that one. It's very geometric.
I'll have to mark the other ones in a moment, but... Okay, now that I have that, I have to mark... Fuck.
I appreciate it, Kappas. Sorry, just YouTube is pretty strict, and I'd rather not, rather not risk it, I'll say. Because even if it's a joke to you, they may not see it as such.
Oh, there's another dot. Oh, I don't have to do that dot. I've already done that dot. That dot and that dot are done. I don't know what that dot do, though. So I marked it. Now, if I put these on, that makes no sense. Wait, but if I sew it with wrong sides to... If I do that, when it...
What do you need? What's the problem?
I'm
Talk me
confused.
through what your brain is thinking.
If I sew these together, I don't understand how to sew these together. It doesn't make sense. I might have to bring Mom Bold out here.
Well, what are you not understanding about how to sew it together?
Well, okay. So if I sew this on here, right?
Yes.
Like it's... Wait. No, it just says to tack it.
Yeah, you're not sewing it down. You're just pinning it in place. Because, okay, I'll explain what they're kind of doing here to help. So I believe, because is there a waistband part that gets put on this?
Yes.
So then that is going to be what actually holds the pocket down. So they're just having you tack it to it, so when you put on the waistband, it gets sandwiched between. And then you will only be sewing the outside of it. That way it remains open. You know what I mean? Think about it like business pants.
No.
Don't worry about it. It will work out. Just follow the pattern. I know what it's saying. Okay? I got you. I understand what's happening here.
Well, that's the problem is that...
Stacking it in place. For right now. We will come back to how it's actually supposed to be finished off later. Okay?
Okay. Sure.
And that way you can keep the progress going. You're doing good.
Getting confused, but I suppose.
Yeah, but this is more like a sewing pattern than your normal leather pattern.
That's
So
why
it
it's
makes sense for it to be
confusing.
Confusing. Yeah. You are making a
Now what?
pocket, isn't it? Well, what's the next part of the
It
instructions?
says to...
Yeah, the yoke holds your pocket open and forward against your thigh, on top of all the other jobs your yoke does. Yeah.
Sew between the small dots with the running saddle stitch. There is no small dots, but I made two, where I think it's supposed to go, from here to there to there. How am I supposed to punch those holes? It didn't say to punch holes there. I have to use a
Does it
fucking
say
awl.
punch holes in any of this?
Look, it says to...
Chrissy said punch with your fists.
Wait, am I... Wait, is the... I'm so confused.
Do you want to consult with Mama Bold real quick?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, maybe mute your mic and then you guys can talk about it. And I'll keep chat company.
Hold on.
Mute your mic, honey. Or not? No, you went to go see Mama Bold.
I will mute.
He's
She
okay.
does not want to be online.
Yeah, that's why I said.
I always get better though, Chrissy.
Kobold got sent to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. Only for a moment. He will be back. He's just got to consult with his local seamstress. Since he doesn't know how.
She's not
of,
here yet. I will mute when she arrives. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't understand. I did the thing, now it's telling me to stitch holes and I don't get it. I'm assuming boop goop.
Well, you're not going to stitch it closed.
But like, here's the thing. When this gets sewn, right? Here's the thing that's really confusing the shit out of me. So when this gets sewn shut, right? I've now got 3 layers here. I've got 3 layers. And if this is the layer that folds over, am I sewing both of these together? Or am I sewing this one?
I think you are sewing the front panel and the first inside layer of the pocket.
Because it doesn't say to do that.
Or maybe you do all 3 at once. Just
That's
on
why
that
I'm
top little bit.
Confused. Because if that's the case,
We're
then
gonna...
then when this folds over and then it's gonna run along that stitch line, kind of makes sense, but like, doesn't make sense. If that's the case, then I'll fold this out of the way and mark my hole. Actually, I'll flip this over and no.
Could you not just lightly poke with the awl to create a pressure indent?
I'm gonna find out in just a moment, so let me mute.
Okay. Gran had said... so the leftover sugar that wasn't able to be part of the chong is great for sweetening and flavoring tea. Very nice. Love to read the pattern to know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah, right? Like, being able to see that firsthand would give me a good idea of it. I think I get what they're saying, though. But all right, Kobold says he's going to take a picture of it and put it in stream related so that you can read it. Top piece of pocket to pant front, so between small bones. They're conversing. Does the pocket need to be reversed now? No, so they're saying put wrong side to wrong side. So they're saying the fuzzy side of the leather to the inside of the... He's getting it. Cole is very excited and bouncing up and down. Yeah. Mention to her that I said that it might get pinned by the waistband. Except for these pockets are needlessly complicated. Yeah, he's confused about it too. Well, and it's supposed to help you position where it is on the thing. That way it doesn't slide around. Sorry, he can hear me, guys. Here's the irony for you. Just go to the part of the mic. It's gonna pin down like I said. Chris said... You're French singing it, but backward. got no real pockets in Minecraft. Shit's just drawn on. Absolutely. Would have been easier to sew the spot that would have just been the opening to each pant leg. And sewing the front and back together of each leg, sewing the pockets together then too. Yeah. They're doing a tester, everybody. Gotta pop the seams on a dress for mom pays to add pockets. It's a good thing they did this now, because Kobold's actually got to size down the leather quite a bit. Waist measurement too big? Yeah, well, they weren't sure about exactly what size was needed, given that this is a type of pants that he doesn't wear, and a pattern that he's never used, and it's a pattern from the 70s that has different sizing. Seems like waist and leg may be a bit big. They'll find out for sure in a minute. Take your time, Grand. Figuring things out. I have so much talking in my ear, which is why I have not been talking. But they are working on it. Get a cowboy vest and a revolver. Yeehaw! Heck yeah. Welcome back, Gran. Ow. It's almost time.
I am back.
Kobold's almost back. Welcome.
This is fucking confusing. And also, I made them too big.
You didn't know, to be fair. I was explaining it to them.
I have to cut a 1/4 of an inch off of each side. So that's going to be fun to figure out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now these look huge.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they're way too big for you. It's a pistol shrimp, that's funny, Blister.
Pistol shrimp.
Yeah, it's a
Where's my Schmarpy?
Pokemon called Clawitzer.
There's my Schmarpy.
Isn't there a gun called a Howitzer?
Yes.
That's probably
It's a
why
cannon.
they named that name.
A Howlitzer's a cannon.
Yeah. It's literally called a Howitzer Pokemon. So yeah.
Bitches love cannons.
I sent you. I feel like you'll like him.
I will have to look in a moment.
Yep, you're good. Gran said, pants are honestly such finicky bitches. The only standard item I can think of that's worse is collared business shirts. I've seen them made and never made one. Gran had also
So,
been saying
about
earlier-
that.
Yeah. Gran had also been saying it would have been easier to just sew the spot that would have been just the opening to each pant leg. And then when sewing the front and back together of each leg, sewing the pockets together then too. Like a hidden dress pocket. Blister said, with regards to Clawitzer, it compresses the water it has suckered up and then projects it with enough power to punch a hole right through a thick sheet of iron. Kobold.
Well, we're committing. Cutting a 1/4 inch off.
Alright, you got this. It was too big anyway, so it's okay to go a little smaller.
Where's my better scissors before I mangle this?
Permitting. Chris said, never had to do more than some knitted hats and scarves myself. Bunny said, I'm sure those pants will turn heads in Japan. Absolutely.
What? Because they're neon yellow? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
With fringe?
Yeah. Blister said, oh, it can also sink a tanker with a shot. Clawitzer can? That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to cut more down, I'm sure, but at least to
Oh,
get
yeah.
the pockets in. Oh, there goes the mouse. I guess we don't need that.
Oops.
Chat, we need that.
Ow. My schnoz.
My Schnoberman.
Ow. So it was 69 miles per hour in seawater. Ha, nice. Yeah, Pokedex entries are well. Do you make hats?
I
And
do.
Kappas would like to know. Why?
I
Yeah.
do make hats. I just finished. If you look through my playlists, I made a. I finished making a hat band for a top hat that I made for somebody. But I also do flat caps, cowboy hats.
You have one of
I
your
don't-
Civil War hats behind you.
I do actually have one of my Civil War hats behind me. I was like, this is the only example I have currently.
The rest have all been given to folks.
Correct. I have not made a wizard hat, but I know how to. I could make a wizard hat.
Yeah, absolutely. That hat is awesome, and Campus says. Glad you think so. Yes, he did it on his own.
All of them. The top hat, especially. The top hat was like my magnum opus so far as hats go. I love making hats.
It was beautiful. I would say you should make me one, but my head is so fucking big.
I can make you a hat. But the thing is, right? It's easier to make a hat when I can take full-on measurements.
Yeah.
I can also make baseball caps, but
I don't know that anything...
leather baseball
I
caps
got a
tend to look
big-ass head.
kind of... They're a special type of product. They don't look, well...
Extracurricular.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Don't look good, Blister said. And Kappa said exactly, my head is also very big like a Neanderthal forehead, so I have trouble with hats. I've just got a big ass head and they look silly on me.
But I do make custom hats, and I can do custom sizing and stuff.
Yeah, we have a friend who has a pretty big noggin, and he made a Saxon Hale.
I made Saxton Hale's hat with the alligator teeth and everything.
It's pretty cool. You tell hat jokes.
I mean, at least one per stream. If I'm making a hat.
Any more than that, and it's a bit of a hat trick.
Incorrect.
See, Kobold doesn't like when I make jokes, but I do like making jokes. Chris said, sounds like it would give you stat bonuses. It absolutely does. Yeah, Chrissy got to see the Saxon Hale.
True.
Pretty awesome. Oh, don't you boo my joke. It was a good one. How dare you?
Yes.
Listen, I'm an actual dad. I have a right to make dad jokes, okay?
Boo, hiss, boo.
You stop it, mister. See, Blister likes mine.
Counterpoint to that, Blister eats drywall.
Yeah, well, you chew on stuff you shouldn't do.
If I want to have a little lead in my diet, I'm entitled to it.
Blister said and. Real, I love eating lead. Man. Gran said, is tonight giant ramen and bad movie night? Ooh.
Yes.
I got mac and cheese that I gotta eat.
Wait, am I the bad move?
Oh, wait, yeah, are we the bad movie? Wait a second.
They're not talking.
Is that the MCU's future?
That's the Marvel one, right?
Yeah.
It's owned by Disney. Disney has, in the late years, been ruining everything they touch. I do not foresee good things.
Kind of run it into the grave.
Look what they did to Star Wars. Look what they did to my boy.
See Galactus.
I'm not about to... No.
Grand said the second Brady Bunch movie is the bad movie, of course. Ah, lovely.
Wait, is that the one where they have the tiki idol? Forgive me, it's been a while since I've seen the Brady Bunch movies. Or is that the first one? Because I like the tiki idol one. I think it's funny. It's not very good, but it is funny. The first one is Saving the House. The second one is The Vacation. Yeah, it is the Tiki Idol one.
Bunny said, I heard with the failure of Snow White, they decided to can their plans for live action. Yes, they did.
Thank God.
No live action Tangled.
God, but they're making Lilo and Stitch. And they're making it bad. Give my cross-dressing completely back.
To the adult humor with the bad banter, but they won't go all the way with it. So, like, if they wanted to go with the more adult humor and did something like Always Sunny to be one thing, but they wouldn't go that funny with it.
Disney wants to be super woke, but they won't give me a cross-dressing fucking pleakley.
Let the alien dress in drag. The whole point was they were aliens in bad disguises.
Not people. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
wait. Well,
I
no,
think
they
weren't
were
humans.
people. Yeah, not humans. And it was like, wait, hold on, wait, no, they were people. Hold on, wait.
Bunny said, I think it's probably because it was already in the works for the Lilo and Stitch one. Might be the last one, hopefully. I hope so. I'm tired
That's what they said about the fucking Lion King when it tanked. Okay, it's... And then they ruined Jungle Book, although I do love fucking Christopher Walken. He did not make that... He did not make a good King Louis. I'm sorry, you can't take fucking King Louis away from Louis Armstrong. It just doesn't... It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Also, they made goofy-ass Caw, like, a sexy snake, and I don't know how I feel about that.
A sexy little snake. A slithery, slippery snake.
This still feels massive. But I suppose...
I mean, it probably is.
It's... You know what? It probably isn't. I've never held half a pair of pants unsewn together. Like, I don't know if it's massive or not. I know I'm gonna have to cut more down once I get this done. Because once I get that done, I'm gonna have to do the waistband and try and figure out... I need to turn this inside out so I don't draw on the yellow side.
Gran said, remember, it will lose size in seam allowance.
Only 1/8 of an inch on each side. Well... No. 1/8 and 1/8 is still... Hold on, that'd be a 1/4 inch on each side.
Yeah.
Which would be a 1/2 inch, yeah. Yeah, because it's 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, and 1/8.
Right now.
But even then, 1/2 inch isn't...
Gran said a fat 1/8. Don't watch Disney live action movies, they're worse than the original. True. It'll be a fat 8 inches, so more than a 1/2 inch total.
Well, I'm not
Butter
sewing
thread.
this like a sewing pattern. This is going to be sewn differently, is the thing.
But he said, now from now till June, don't gain any weight. Try not to lose a bunch of weight either, because they
Then I'm going to have to cut a dart into it and make them thinner?
Yes.
No, I'll just make suspenders.
Put a dart in the ass.
I'll just make suspenders. I
And
have to do that
it's so
anyway,
wide that
chat.
They're falling off your body.
I have to do this anyway, chat. I have to making suspenders. We will be making suspenders. It's on the list. Don't make me tap the sign.
That's a crazy question that I have just seen.
What?
Why haven't we developed large rice? Rice is very small. Wouldn't it make more sense if each grain was like 8 ounces? Then you'd only have to eat a couple rice.
Hello! Welcome from India!
Welcome in, Bingus. And hello, Nevergoon.
And also, hello.
Oh. Hello to everybody.
Hello, people.
Hope that you're doing well today. Welcome to... I don't know who Cubs and Star is. But welcome to Kobold's Burrow. What we're doing right now...
I'm trying to draft some pants.
Yeah.
I'm usually a bag maker,
I
so
think
this is
might
new
be
for me.
a raid.
Is this a raid?
I think so. Of some kind.
Well, hello, welcome, thank you.
Who's Cubsons? Oh, Soy Jack. But yes, hello everybody. We are Kobold's Burrow. I'm Farley, and Kobold is the little dragon guy. And he is also the hands that you see on the screen, or
Hello.
on the camera above. He is
Suffering.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. The gem.
All right. Kobold doesn't draw. We're just
Kobold does
working
not
on
draw, however, Farley draws. Farley is the artist. I just make things in leather and other materials. Well, occasionally I draw like patterns and things, but I'm not a very good artist, so. Thank you. I am trying very hard. Let's make my wife soy tan.
All right.
I don't know that I can. I don't know what that means.
Nobody go into the server right now.
What happened?
Don't.
I'm curious what happened.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I won't. What happened? What did I miss? I'm confused. I was paying attention to
I
something
will tell
else.
you later.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, they're trolls. Well, alright. Fair enough. Have fun trolling. Doesn't really affect me.
No, it's
It sucks, but I mean, it's not something
no,
that.
but honey,
It's not
stop.
like.
Just stop.
Okay,
Okay, I will explain later.
okay, my bad.
I'm having to delete a bunch of shit. Give me a second.
My bad. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just filling you in.
Well, in any case, I've almost got the 1/4 of an inch down. I think that hopefully these fit better.
Hopefully. Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, we're big enough to get trolls, I guess. So that's kind of cool.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know why they do shit like that.
I'm sure you'll tell me what it was after. I mean, one of them was kind of cool. One of them was like a cool pants, though. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there might have been some remorse in that action. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk shit, and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, actually, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, to that one guy, you know, you're all right.
See that one guy.
Wrong crowd.
Sorry we had
but
to hide you, but I don't want you to...
wrong crowd, but you know. If you are not a part of that crowd and it was just happenstance,
Sorry for the snipe, but I'm not going to allow that.
bad timing. And we still like to have you. Just less,
Okay.
less of the trolling.
I took care of it. Everybody should be okay to be back on the server.
Was it like in every channel, or?
No, but it was something that I didn't want anybody here to see.
Okay.
Yeah, someday it'll be a nice raid and not edgy cringe lords. When we get Tabby, it's nice.
I mean, it is what it is. It was bound to happen eventually, and you know, it's not like it bothers me.
I'm sorry you had to see that blister. I tried stopping it as fast as I could.
Ooh.
I hope you're okay. I know being on the internet you see stuff, but you shouldn't have had to see that. That's why I was like, don't go into the server. Okay.
Give me one moment. I'm going to recall my extra set of hands to see if these fit. I'm going to briefly mute.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. At least I was able to be a bit on top of it. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Yeah, I know. He's got background noise. Yeah, it gets pretty quiet in here when Kobold's got his stuff muted. But he is working on making sure that the measurements of the thing look better now. So he's having Mama Bold help him out. Let's see. All right. I think I have a good bad person sense, like from their vibes, I can tell. Yeah, I know. It's something to do with being a mod. You end up
I'm back.
used to.
I think we figured that out. It fits enough. I'm gonna have to cut more down, but for the waistband, it should fit. And then I need to.
Sister said, "Hey, Kobold."
What I do? What? I'd be lying if I wasn't absolutely curious of what the fuck happened, but
No.
I know I can't ask right now. I know.
No, like, drop it. What's everybody up to? Hope you're all doing okay. You are having an okay time. funny. I just looked back on one of the sets of messages that they kept spamming, and it was an acronym. YWNBAW, which means you will never be a woman. So thanks, guys.
Uh,
I appreciate it.
oh, that's what they were posting. Got it. I understand
No,
now.
that was just in the YouTube chat. They posted something horrendous in the actual Discord, but it's gone now. You stop making Pokemon because you're at the giant claw, and that thing scares you, Blister. You're a bit tired, Plague Bunny. Kobold. Is it hair or a mane on your character? It's like. You ever watch Dragon Tales? It's like a.
It's like
scale.
Zack and Wheezy. It's technically scales, I think. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Scoots? Yeah, kind of. I think, do iguanas have them where they've got the sticky up bits?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like what the iguanas have, where they've got the little sticky up frills. Because those, they look like they're spiky, but they flip over if they get long enough. Looks like scoots on an iguana. Yeah, exactly. Those. Yeah, I'm glad you did, Chris. Nobody deserved to see that, and I feel bad that Blister had to.
How am I gonna do this? I don't want to poke a hole in it. I think that's where it goes.
Yeah, right? Absolutely too lazy to type out 6 words. But I guess fucking determined enough to say it? But also, that doesn't really affect me, guy. Like, I'm just a dude, man.
I guess I'm just
I'll never be
confused
a
why
woman?
anybody
Great.
would do that. Like, that's a waste of...
They're losers.
Well,
It's like hacking in Red
regardless
Dead
of that-
Online. They're just a bunch of losers with nothing to do.
Well, those are just children, I think. But I guess my thing is, right, they're just... It's a weird thing to do. You know? Like, that's a waste of your time. Why would you waste your time going on the
They ain't got
internet
shit
and
to
telling
do, and
people
they
that
think
they
it's
will
fun.
never be a woman? Thank you? That's not
Yeah,
what
I
I
guess
aspire to
not.
be. I don't intend on being a woman, but, I mean, you know... If you're confusing me for a woman, thank you for calling me pretty, I guess. Not sure if that was the intended, you know. Not sure if that was your intended goal. Didn't really do much, but hey, you know.
No. You just ended up getting blocked. I don't know what you expect from me.
I'm sure this happens quite frequently.
Yeah, probably. I know on Twitch it can happen.
I've never had it happen, so it's kind of exciting in a sense. It sucks, but at the same time, it is kind of exciting. In a morbid sort of way. Because, I mean, that means that we've made it enough to get trolls. So, I'm looking at it in a good sense. Or was what they did good? No. I'm not claiming that at all, because it wasn't. But, it's not particularly harmful. So, I mean, it is, but it's not. You know, it doesn't really affect us in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to stop us from streaming, right? Unless, you know, you want to stop. Are you scared? Are we not streaming anymore? Are we done? Far? Are we never streaming again?
No, we'll stream.
Exactly. So, it doesn't really affect us in the grand scheme of things. So, I'm sure that would affect some people, but to me, it's just kind of wasted breath. I don't know. Chat, not much affects me in that regard. As a matter of fact, I was confused at what was going on. It would help.
Like firing cans and passing through pirates.
Like, okay,
Buckskin
so
pants? Yes. Hello.
yes, they are. So it would help, right? If you're gonna do something like that, to do it to someone who understands what the fuck you're doing, because I just didn't get what was going on. It didn't affect me at all.
Yeah, you're just an old man.
It just did not affect me at all. The old man did not understand your attack, and therefore it was ineffective. You just tried to use Thunderbolt on an Onyx. It didn't work.
But yeah, these are buckskin pants. Kobold
They are
is
buckskin
actually-
pants. Is it what?
New buck?
It is new buck. Technically speaking, these are
So
not.
this is actually...
A buckskin can be made of any material nowadays. It is not deer
Nice.
because it is not deer season. It's cow. It's deer tanned cow. I can't get my
Evidently,
hands
your
on
mic is
buck.
way hot and mine is way
Oh, is it? Oh. I can fix that. My bad. Is that better?
Up way too high.
Is
that
better?
Misery?
Farley, I might be able to turn you up.
Can you try?
Speak.
Because I'm sitting in front of my microphone, and I want to make sure that I...
Is that better?
Sorry. I will try to extend my voice
There we go.
a bit more. Much better for Farley? Okay, good. Way better. Okay, excellent. Hopefully that'll help.
Your
when
woman
people have
license
issues
has
with
been
us.
revoked. Return your blocage to your furniture.
Oh, no.
No! I don't have one, but thank you.
Not my blow high. Nah, you can keep the blow high.
You were worried we weren't going to have anything to stream about. I told you this was going to take a lot
No.
longer than you expected it to. Mainly because I'm a
Well,
dummy. A big
You
dummy.
just don't understand how the pattern works is the problem.
Yes.
Stream was stuttering for Boy. Has it been stuttering for anybody else? No. We appreciate you letting us know, Misery. Kobold is not the best at keeping track of how
I'm not.
audio is balanced. He doesn't really know how OBS works very well.
I kind of
so
just said
you
it
telling
once
us
and
helps.
hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Then I leave it open forever and never touch it.
Set it and forget it, exactly.
Yep. That's-
Gran said, fun fact, there's a website with the sewing pattern for blow high for free. Someone used the pattern to make a life-size version. That's crazy.
Are we making a leather blowhigh? I feel like
No.
that would take a lot of materials.
Misery said, are these flared buckskins by any chance? Like bell-bottom?
They are actually.
Why, yes. And they're gonna have some fringe.
They
on
will
the
be
sides,
fringed on
like
the
old
sides.
Classic
I'm
style.
not doing the bells. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a fucking sight as it is in Japan. If I put fucking
Yeah.
bells on these, I'm not gonna even get through customs. They're gonna look at me like I'm insane.
Yeah.
I don't wanna get fucking Johnny Somali'd in Japan.
Please don't get arrested in Japan. Be a good boy. Don't
I
do anything
don't
weird.
intend on getting arrested in Japan.
Cat should print 2 more Velociraptor. And
But
freaking blue.
counterpoint to that, I
Absolutely
make
you
no promises.
Absolutely, you should, Blister. You saw the clips. They look awesome. They do. But he also has to be able to go through, airport security, and I think having a bunch of tiny metal objects all over your pants may be a problem. More bells, less demure. More corn. It wasn't different at all, was it?
It's been an exciting night.
Yeah, I guess. Did you corn on the bone or nah? Says Grant.
I eat it with the skin on. Just bite right through the skin.
Excellent. Blister said if my sibling comes in, they'll know what I am since I'm not out yet. Oh, gotcha. You gotta be careful about that. Just don't put them right next to each other. Then you'll be fine. Just say you're printing fun little creatures in all kinds of colors. Grant said, oh, Kobold, what sort of closure do these pants have?
Buttons.
Zipper, snaps, buttons?
Buttons. Although snaps would have existed in the time period that I'm making these for, buttons. I don't know when zippers were invented, actually. But these will be buttons. They'll be special antler buttons, actually. I have a, like I said, from that Mountain Man stuff that I got, there were some really, really nicely handmade antler buttons.
Zippers were invented in 1851. First patented in 1851.
When were they used on clothing? That's the important part.
Approved version of the zipper in 1893, showcased at the Chicago World's Fair.
1893.
And then it was Gideon Sundback who invented the modern zipper in 1913, which featured interlocking metal teeth and was more reliable.
That doesn't exist yet.
So 1913. Or 1917, yeah. Pretty sure. That's fair, Blister. If you don't mind, then fair enough. It's crazy that it was deemed so, like, revolutionary that they took it to the World's Fair.
I mean...
You know what I mean?
It was. I
guess, if you'd never seen a zipper before... Okay. All right. What else was at the World's Fair that year?
What year was it? 1917? Or 1913?
No.
What year was the World's Fair that it...
1853.
Oh, 1851 you said.
1893.
What year was it?
93. Chicago World's Fair. Chicago World's Fair was 1893.
Well, 1893, I'm gonna assume... Telephone. Was that the that was the telephone, wasn't it? Alexander Graham Bell?
A replica woolly mammoth and a giant octopus. They made an electric boat launch.
Okay, counterpoint to that, Blister. That was over 100 years ago.
A moving wharf sidewalk.
Who's to say I didn't just go to multiple and I don't remember
battleship.
exactly which one?
A giant Ferris wheel. Oh, was that when the Smithsonian opened?
I don't actually have an answer for that. I don't
Maybe.
believe so. I don't believe so. I think Smithsonian, wasn't it
Mammoth
1903?
cheese from Canada. They had a 22,000-pound cheese.
That was the cheese year.
22,000-pound wheel of cheddar cheese. Made in Canada.
The only thing the Canadians ever made that was good. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I also like hockey. No, I'm kidding. They didn't invent that. That was the Russians. Anyway,
Blister said, I can barely remember the plot for Shrek 4, and the last time I watched it was at least 10 years ago. You should watch it again. Let's see. The fair introduced several products that are still popular today, including shredded wheat, diet carbonated soda, Aunt Jemima syrup,
yeah,
and
my girl
Wrigley's
Jemima.
juicy fruit gum.
Oh, I loved Aunt Jemima.
They also introduced the Cracker Jack, juicy fruit gum,
I
electricity.
loved Cracker Jacks.
Yeah. So it wasn't the telephone.
What year did the telephone get brought to the World's Fair? Almost had a slip up there. That was almost the wrong thing I said.
Kobold peaked the mic like 10 times in 3 seconds. You gotta be careful, you're getting too close. It was 1876.
76. I will turn myself down more. I don't mean to be loud.
Well, no, you just need to turn your gain down.
Oh, I must have bumped that. Hold on. That might be better. A little bit more there. That should be much better.
I don't hear the background noise as much now, so that's good.
I probably bumped that.
Oh. The telephone appeared alongside Heinz ketchup at the World's Fair.
In
That's
1893?
No, in the 1870.
Ketchup and telephones, my favorite.
That's wild. Why do you remember the Why do I remember the telephone presentation but not the date of? Kobold, quick, laugh loudly. You gotta test it. Yeah, it didn't peak.
Good.
Am I at a better
I never
hearable
touched
volume
you.
now that he's not peaking? Mic levels are great now. Okay, excellent.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
We sorted it out. Chris said the telephone used a rattling bar in a casing to capture vibrations. I sound great still? Excellent. Okay. Misery said, I've been trying to find someone who'd make buckskin flares with a shin fold over option for a tighter snake guard fit.
Okay, that's what I'm actually making.
That's actually what he's doing. He's adding some extra fringe along the shin, simply because he didn't have
enough material.
Or he didn't have a
but
big enough
I also
thigh.
don't like super loose. Like, I'm not looking for like baggy pants. The only thing that's different from what you said is this is going to be high waisted.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't need to be high waisted if you were to duplicate, but this is exactly what I'm going to be cutting these down to fit me specifically, but I want them to be tighter around the lower legs.
Yeah, that way you can't get anything stuck up in there.
And bell.
And that way you can still wear your half chaps.
Yeah, that's my intention, is to be able to wear half chaps with these that are furred, so that I can wear these year round, and if I want them to be winterized, I can put on a pair of furred half chaps.
Yeah.
Funny how things work out.
You want to be evil? What should you do? Don't be evil for now. We've had enough evil tonight. You're okay to sit around though and just hang out here and be mildly menacing. That's fine.
Make sure.
Form fitting on the gat. Gotta look good from the back as well as the front. Hell yeah.
Especially since they're neon yellow. They definitely have to look good. That's gonna be the first thing you look at.
Could Evil Blister remain Swedish?
You can.
I think it's fun.
It's good practice.
But if it's too hard for you to keep up on it, then don't strain yourself too hard. I was referring to, like, stealing candy from babies, not trolling. I may be evil, but that's too far. Okay, yeah, that's fine then. The neon yellow is so you can scream, well, butter my buns every 2 seconds. Somebody nearby is gambling. Genius.
So what you're telling me is I need to go in these pants. Play.
Smartcraft and peeps, we each get 500 bonus points. Hell yeah!
So what you're telling me is I need to go to a pachinko lounge wearing these pants in Japan and scream, well, butter my butt, and then get arrested.
No.
Because that's kind of what that sounds like.
Man. If you get arrested, then you have to go in front of a news crew and apologize and explain why you were arrested.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get my butt buttered and I apologize. I'm American, I don't understand your customs. I will not do this again.
That's a good one, Blister. Grant said that's word for word what I said, Kobold. Balsmurin... Balsmur... Min rumpa. I'm sorry, Japan. I did it for the memes, and I'll do it again. No, we don't want to end up like Johnny Somali.
I will not Johnny Somali Japan. I will not. I will be respectful of the culture as much as I can be as an American. We did do that one thing twice.
I'm gonna say, honey, just to give you an idea of how your Japanese sounds. You know that burger lady earlier? It's
oh
like,
no! Oh no! It's that bad. Oh, possums are on the roof again.
oh, are they stomping around? Are they stimp
Yes.
stomping? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh no. My Japanese is
Yeah.
that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
God, I've got the Mr. Bean fucking...
Yeah,
I've got
basically.
the Mr. Bean Japanese. Oh no. Hamburger.
Do you want to try and say sorry?
Sumimasen.
That was actually pretty good. Now what about where is the toilet?
Toire doku desu ka?
Toire wa doko desu ka?
Okay, that is not what Lyra taught me.
Okay, toire
Liar.
doko desu ka? I guess that can work. Where is toilet?
Where is shitter?
Yeah. Yours isn't that bad now. You've been practicing. You've been doing good.
I only know those two things.
Grant said, I figured Kobold's Japanese was on par with Peggy Hill's Spanish.
Fuck!
Yeah, kinda.
God damn it! No! I would say I'm a little better than that.
Lo siento, por favor. ¿Dónde estás? Bien, gracias.
You know what fucking sucks? Her Spanish was terribly pronounced, but it was actually not terrible Spanish.
Lave las manos. Me llamo Peggy Hill. Hola.
One of these days, Chad, I'm just gonna start cussing in Spanish, and everybody's gonna be like, "Wait, what?" Because I speak Spanish fluently.
Puta madre. Blister said, I want to say a Swedish word, but I would be evaporated on the spot. What's this Leatherman posterior? A hint of butter may do so. May so do? That episode where she kidnapped the girl from Mexico? Oh, yeah.
She for sure did. You know what's crazy about that, too? How
That was crazy,
in
man.
Texas they don't have a single other Spanish speaker. What about Enrique? Wasn't Enrique there? Or was he not until later on? It's been a long time
think he
since I've
was
seen that
later.
show.
I think he was later.
Or fucking
The Japanese will only fear your butter pants more if there are bills on them.
damn it.
No.
Don't call them butter pants.
Oh my god. Listen, that flashbanged me a little bit. I don't know if you ever watched popular MMOs, but there used to be a Minecraft meme
No.
where gold pants were called butter pants. Because the gold ingot used to look like a thing of butter.
They're not butter.
And you're a little bit buttery.
Shut the fuck up. No, they're not.
You can always dye them.
I can always die in them. Chad, I really hope I'm doing this right.
Tried learning Spanish 3 times now, just can't. That's fair. Failing Spanish is one of the greatest shames in my life. But it doesn't like me. That's fair, Chris. Looks like you're not alone in that.
I can't speak French.
Blister said, I failed Spanish because my stomach decided standing is too painful under stress and I forbore. That's different, though. You didn't fail it because you didn't do enough.
If a dog
It
were
was
to wear
because-
pants, how would you do it?
All 4 legs in the pants or just the hind end?
Just the hind end. Because you
I
can
agree.
stand a dog up on its hind legs.
And then it gives it modesty.
But now, combo with the plaid shirt, though.
Well, then you just got a lumberjack, and then you've essentially just made a Japanese kobold. How would you put pants on a manta ray? Manta ray. You give him really tiny little pants for his little dorsal, or for his little fins at the back end of him.
This should go in May Ray's fish request.
If a horse wore pants, why would he do that? Horses know no shame. All 4 limbs, because that's the way. Well, see, but you could also just put pants on the front legs and then have him wear, make it be like overalls, where he's got the little X across the back. Dogs work better with vests on 4 legs, but pants okay on 2. There is horse armor, yeah.
Especially if you
You
pay fucking $2.99 for it in Skyrim.
Do you put pants on your arms? Sometimes if I want to feel like I got extra long sleeves.
Dogs don't have arms. They have legs.
Is this your elbow, or is this your elbow?
You're so fucking stupid.
I know. That lady was high out of her fucking mind.
I just think she was being mean to her dog.
He did not like it. You don't wear pants? I don't either most of the
I
time.
would like to see a 3-piece horse suit. I would like to see that.
I've seen those ones where people share them. I've seen quad suits. I've seen ones to where you only control the front legs and then the back is just very lightly.
That's not what I
filled so
mean
that
by
it
a
floats.
3-piece horse suit.
What do you mean?
I mean a horse,
horse
in a
in a
3-piece.
three-piece
And I'm
suit.
not talking about BoJack.
BoJack. Our brain cell combined for a moment.
I just knew you were going to say BoJack.
Yeah, our brain cell combined.
I usually wear pants. Shorts
Oh
are
my
only
god,
at
Blister
home.
fulfilled your wish.
What happened? Oh my god, is there... Did Blister send... Oh my god. That's a horse in 3-piece. With a
love it.
hat!
He's got a flat cap, your favorite.
That's awesome.
That's a distinguished gentleman right there.
No, that's an asshole. It's a horse.
Oh, you mean
that
like
horse...
the robes?
That horse owns at least 3 oil fields that he took from an indigenous people.
Yeah. This asshole horse. Oh my god. That horse is the bully in the British bullying skit. Absolutely. But you mean like the robes that they wear in the Middle East, right? Where they're super light and they have... it's like very nice airflow even though they look
Are
like
you
they're a
just
lot of
comparing
fabric.
that because we saw that on Columbo yesterday?
No, Ancappa said he wears those cool things Taliban guys wear. That he doesn't wear pants. And I was like, oh, do you mean like the... Yeah, a tob. I think that's what they're called anyway. Yeah. Tob. Misery said, I can't wear shorts. I don't like them. I think they look too damn goofy.
It depends on the length of the short for me. I like long shorts. I don't like my knees.
Why?
I just don't like to see my knees. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I just don't.
Chat, I get too hot all the time, so pretty much my standard wear around the house is just t-shirt and my boxers because otherwise I legitimately will die. Grand. Oh, I love a good 5-inch inseam short. Hell yeah. Blister said, I don't like shorts because my legs are so goddamn hairy. That's valid.
Big butter
And
shorts.
Kappa
No.
said, pants are absolutely not comfortable, and I wonder who invented them in the first place. The British.
Yeah, trousers. Prior to pants, they had these horrible leggings that you would tie to a codpiece.
Oh no, technically the earliest were found in Western China. However, the modern varieties were made popular in Europe because they were a non-barbarian dress. This just says, I'm at the opposite of me, Farley, because I wear hoodies a lot of the time because I'm too skinny to get, or you get cold. Yeah, Kobold gets cold all the time too.
Yep.
We balance each other out very well, because if I'm ever too hot, I can just, like, lay against him, and if he is ever too cold, you can just, like... I mean, you take up all the bed anyway.
It's my bed! I paid for it!
Knickerbockers.
Excuse me?
Like, hey, Mr. Knickerbocker.
Oh,
Bippity bop.
oh.
I like the way that
Every
bop.
time you say it, I'm like, oh.
Do you remember that song? It was
No.
on Barney. Hold on.
Got a pocket. Sewn on, technically. Look, I know they were trolls, but do they at least subscribe? That's the least they could do. They're banned now, but it's the least they could have done.
I don't know, Chapter Buns would be living in the old Western times. I was the heat rock all along. Yes, very true, Blister. Yeah, Taoist history is really interesting.
Farley
There's
is
lot
just
of
a heat
interesting
rock
different
wrapped
cultures.
in dust.
Yeah, basically.
Farley's
I
really
got
a
special
fire
shampoo
hazard.
for it. I got special shampoo for my dust. I have to control it. otherwise
Farley's
it's
really
out of
just a
hand.
fire hazard. Unless the dust is made of asbestos. Is the dust made of asbestos?
No.
Farley is not
Uh,
fireproof.
Got at least one sub since the start of stream. Hell yeah. I wonder
Did
if
we?
it was one of the guys actually thinking that we were cool.
Oh. I hope it wasn't that. I hope that one person that said the pants were cool wasn't actually a.
He was.
Was he included? Was he doing the things?
Yeah.
Maybe he regretted it.
I don't know.
I feel
But regardless,
kind
don't
of
feel bad.
I feel kind of bad
Don't.
for that one guy.
No.
The
'cause
rest
it
of
doesn't
them I was
excuse what his
confused
buddies
by.
did. As
But,
best
you
as
know-
Bunny.
Counterpoint to that, right? In law, that is guilty by association. So, if you're
There's
in a
an
crowd of
animated
people
reboot
that
Barney?
deals, no. I didn't like Barney when I was a kid. I don't think I want to watch the animated reboot. But no, like, you know, you go in a crowd of people that steal from a store, you're guilty by association because you went in with them, even if you weren't involved. That's just how the law works.
Yep. Oh. Why does he kind of look like? Hold on. Why
I
does
was
he...
really worried with what you were gonna say there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what
Barney,
you were gonna
the
say. I
animated
know.
version.
I'm aware. I was just kind of worried.
Kind of looks like somebody from like the early PlayStation Spyro games.
Okay, Misery, let me tell you. I love Harbor Freight, but I hate Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight
Yeah.
is dirt cheap, and you can get just about anything from them.
And you can get so much free shit from them,
But-
but it's not good quality.
When you buy a tool from Harbor Freight, you're buying a tool that's disposable. You're buying a tool for a one-time use, and if it breaks, it breaks. Then you take that shit back and you get your money back. It's not good quality. It's just cheap. I have an engine hoist that I bought from them that makes me terrified every time I use it, but it's collapsible and it fits in a very small area. When I use it, I hate it, but it's my travel jack, basically. Now there are caveats to that. The jack itself is sketch as fuck, but
If it works, it works.
yeah.
Grant said, I still have all the tools I bought from Harbor Freight, but I don't use my tools often. That's fair. Yeah, if you aren't using them like every day, or you're not using them rigorously, I think that you would be fine with them. If you don't intend to use them extremely often, you should be absolutely fine. Grant said, I actually use the X-Acto blades I bought there for scoring bread. Oh, well there you go. Bunny said, I used to work there about 2 years ago. The quality went up a bit, surprisingly. Like, they were bringing out new lines every month. That is kind of cool. Well, it's good to know that their quality is actually doing pretty okay. At least 2 years ago. don't know. The stuff that I've gotten from there pretty recently hasn't been too bad.
I
I think they
need
used to be a
to
lot more
get a
sketch.
rock tumbler from them for reasons.
Yeah. Rock tumbling.
For reasons.
Tactical fishing weight reasons?
Potentially. I'm not going to say more than that, just potentially.
And the anvil, Bunny says.
Oh, 100% and the anvil. Yeah.
Exacto blade with handle. It's only $3. Legit breaded lame. At least $10. More like 15 to 20. Oh, legit bread lame? Right. I forgot that's what they were called. The little knives that they use to score bread are called lames. Lames?
That's
Lames?
lame.
But yeah, they're expensive.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
Hmm.
In comparison to like an Exacto blade? Yeah.
I don't know.
Lame. Okay. Misery said, I normally would just buy name brand tools used off of Facebook or CL, but Craigslist. But some of the Harbor Freight stuff seems interesting and not that much cheaper than big box brands, oddly enough now. Yeah, you're putting rhinestones on the pants, Bunny said.
No.
Oh my god. You're gonna bejewel? You're gonna bejazzle?
For the simple fact that you said that, no. Absolutely not.
Polished butter. Become a rhinestone cowboy.
No. I almost forgot.
It's bell time! Kobold doesn't like to do fun things with his clothes, although he wears fun clothes. Like he dresses up like a cowboy all the time, but the second I suggest that he do something fun with it, no, I don't want to do that. But then he still dresses like a cowboy.
I'm failing to follow the problem here.
Miss Joanne's. I need fabric for a project, and I just know she would have had it. Oh no. Bejazzled pants on your buttery behind.
I do not miss Joanne's fabrics. I'm sorry. Hot take, they're terrible. They never have any. Never had anything in stock. Most of the fucking workers were assholes, and in my experience from multiple stores, none of them ever wanted to be there. Which, fair enough. I wouldn't want to work a minimum wage job either. But, you know, like when somebody's genuinely interested in doing a project, I don't know, maybe don't be an asshole. It's not that fucking hard. That's my 2 cents.
Oh no, you lost your pointy stick for removing supports. That's no good.
Did it break or did you just lose it?
You lost it? Oh no.
At least it's not gone, it's just lost. Hey, Blister.
Was the way to go, said Bunny.
Hell yeah, it was. Hey, Blister. I ate your pointy stick.
Oh my god, he did your thing.
I liked Hancock's. But man,
What is...
it was an old fabric store. You could buy fabric by the yard, and they just had a better quality, better product.
Gran said the only... Joanne was the only source of materials for people living in otherwise craft deserts. Yeah. If I want to get craft supplies now, I have to go down to Sac, or probably somewhere that isn't Hobby Lobby for some crafts. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't...
You have a lot of options near you. A lot of people don't.
Well, no, not really. For my craft, yes. Well, no, actually, not really. Tandy's bought everybody out. I've got, like, 2 tanneries. I buy from a store in fucking Springfield, Missouri. At least I think it's Missouri. Some kind of... Springfield's a really popular town name. It could be Ohio, for all I know. I'm pretty sure it's Missouri.
Could be Oregon.
There's a Springfield in Oregon?
Yeah.
I didn't
There's
know
also
that.
a Springfield in Kentucky, I believe. Towns named Springfield in the U.S.
Does Walmart have... Well, Walmart crafts kind of suck. There's not a lot there. And don't even get me started.
Massachusetts?
Michaels. Ugh.
Massachusetts, Illinois, Missouri, Ohio, and Oregon are just a few examples. There are 34 states in the United States that have a town or city named Springfield.
The Simpsons.
They're supposed to be in
Missouri.
Massachusetts, I think. No, Massachusetts. What?
Is it Massachusetts?
Yeah.
What state has the 4 corners? Because I know there's a 4 corners in Springfield on The Simpsons.
Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. But in The Simpsons, they're supposed to be on the East Coast.
Are they?
Yeah, it's why they talk about Utica,
No, that's...
Massachusetts.
He's from New York.
Yeah, which was pretty nearby. It's why so many people have the kind of accent.
They have an accent? I didn't know they had an accent.
A little bit.
Chet, I just learned that The Simpsons takes place in Massachusetts? Rhode Island?
Potentially. Not Rhode Island. Massachusetts is separate from Rhode Island. What are you talking about?
Oh
Rhode
no,
Island is
Family
the
Guy is the Rhode Island state, yeah.
But yeah. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to... Technically, they live in a made-up city, but there is a bunch of cities on the east side of the... Because they've done several road trip ones where they have to go west to reach, like, California.
That could be anywhere.
Right. But it's all made up anyway. But it's not Missouri. They don't have anything like the southern like trees and shit. Missouri is like New Orleans with how it is.
I'd love to
hot
go to New
and
Orleans.
humid and swampy, and that's not at all how the Simpsons area is. Part of the lore that we never really learn what state they live in. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're in the northern half of the U.S.
It does snow there. Does it snow in New Orleans?
Not really.
Chat?
Unless there's like a major winter storm.
Do we have anybody from New Orleans that can confirm? Does it snow in New Orleans?
But also think about it, honey.
I don't want to think
the
about it. That's
area
why I
that
have chat.
They are in.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Why do you have to be mad? It's only game. It does snow in New Orleans. Now tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
No.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Oh.
I never want to hear you say, I want it that way. Since sexuality is a spectrum, there's exactly one person who is the gayest.
I think it's Farley.
Misery said, why have the yellow side out and not on the inside?
Well, I'll tell you. I don't know. I don't want the fuzzy side out. I think that's gonna look bad. And also, like, it'll be like the dirtiest fucking pair of pants. That shit'll attract everything.
Water evaporates and goes into the clouds. The water gets cold and freezes, and then it falls down. Thank you, Blister.
Also, thank you, Chris.
And thank you to Chris. Bunny said, I thought the fuzzy side goes out.
Well,
That's what I was thinking too. Just color-wise too, it seems like it may be a better choice.
chat, it's too late. I can't undo it.
It's gonna be butter pants.
You're terrified of bees? Why? They're so dumb.
I remember going to Disney and wearing a Pikachu sweatshirt and a bee landed on me. Keep in mind, I'm terrified. They are serious.
Okay, hornets are not
characters.
bees. Hornets are different. Hornet will fuck you up. My mom found that one out firsthand. She found a nest of ground hornets weed whacking.
No good. Bunny said, like suede shoes, fuzzy side out.
Yeah, I don't like suede shoes. I could have done, and I was debating doing rough out a lot, and I chose to go with the full grain out instead of rough out. I don't know. I think they'll look okay.
Worst comes to it, you can always dye them later if you don't actually like the color.
Take them back apart and sew them backwards.
No, just dunk the whole fucking thing in dye. Fuck that. That's too much effort. What's to say that you can't just dump the whole thing in a vat?
Well, I suppose you're right, but I don't know.
Dye permeates regardless.
I don't think that the fuzz will itch any more than, like, I don't know. It's not that. I don't think it'll itch. Honestly.
Find out.
Chad, I never claimed to be a
11:20,
smart
you
man.
have to... Oh shit! It is 11:20.
It's 11:20. Oh shit. Okay. Let me try and I'm gonna get to this corner and then we're gonna end stream because we gotta end early tonight so you can get ready for school tomorrow. I didn't realize it was
Guys, check out
11:20.
this cool graffiti that somebody saw in Paris. Is it still lunch if it's past midnight? That's entirely up to you. It's like
That
having
depends.
breakfast for dinner.
I mean, I suppose it's lunch somewhere in the world. I'm gonna try and get to this corner and then we'll call it quits. I did not realize what time it was. This would have gone probably faster had I had a lot more going on. Like,
Yeah, but
knowing what I was doing, for one. That's a big problem.
It says, I meant to mention that when 11 came, I got distracted. Oh, that's okay. Thanks for trying. Let's see. Do I have a new attendance thing? I had to call in sick for Wednesday. Online instead of attending in person. Okay, so I do get to sleep in a little bit. I'll just go from a middle class and then my math class. I will only have 2 classes tomorrow as well.
There we go. One more hole.
Pitch black outside. Yeah.
Okay, so this gets sewed down this edge. I'll probably do that off stream tomorrow just to catch us up. And then the next step from what I was reading is to trim an 1/8 inch from the seam. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cut this down. But those are going to be the only things I do off a stream. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If I do anything else, I'll let you guys know about it. But we do have to end because it's late. I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah. Regardless, we hope that you... I guess that's our sign-off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We hope that you have a good day, night, or whatever it is, wherever you are. We hope that you remember to eat good food, drink plenty of water, and get plenty of sleep. And we will see you all on Thursday. Thanks, everybody. We hope that you have a good one. And it's lovely having you here, and it's lovely having nice conversations. Thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you all next time.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.